Hello, hello, and welcome everyone onto Tabletop Tuesday with Clockwork SJ. How is everybody doing? It is Dungeons and Dragons night, which is wonderful because it means that we get to do some crazy shit with dragons in dungeons. How is everyone doing tonight? I need some music. Let's do the thing. There we go. Let's have some creepy cave music in the background. Just gentle creepy cave music. Oh, Becca with the 100 bits, and I believe that is the first hit on Pirate Simmer. Well done. Thank you, Becca. How are you doing, honey? I hope people are taking advantage. At the moment, bits are cheap. Bits. Here's my biddies. Where's the titties? Doodles, I'll do the thing. Oh, no, they're out of screen. I'm afraid. Just get a tattoo. Hope everyone's doing good, guys. Thank you very much already, Doodles and Becca. Because, yes, bits are cheap at the moment. Yeah, Twitch is doing a thing where it's a discount on bits for today, which is lovely, because it means that you can start supporting people for cheap. In fact, you can get 500 bits for $1, which is like 50p, 70p-ish, and it means you're giving someone $5 for the cost of 70 pence, which is great. I am also here ready, wearing my Dungeons and Dragons shirt. I don't know if you guys can see that properly, but there are elves, beholders, there's dragons, there's D20s, there's all kinds of things going on in there. And a DM sitting there with a little board, which I love. Oh, it's 98p for us? Oh, shit, Becca, that sucks. They've cheated us. Walked in on SJ trying to flash his titties. Kidicus, that's the way it's going to go, I'm afraid. I just like to flash my titties. Been trying to find rare drops from rare enemies in Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix. I prefer Kingdom Hearts 2 a ton for that kind of stuff, just because the fighting levels on it are I just prefer the combat. It's just so much smoother. But tonight is for Dungeons and Dragons. We are going to be joining Team Creative Condiments, and they've been having a very interesting time. Mostly because they've been hunting down dragons. Not even going softly or gently, they're going proper serious now. With hunting dragons at level like 7. So yeah, it's been interesting. And at that point, I'm actually going to bring in Team Creative Condiments. Hello, everybody.
Wait. Level 7?
Hello.
Yeah.
I'll accept that.
What? Why? What's wrong? Oh my god. I've just revealed you to the world to having rage about levels. What's going on?
You just said we're level 7. Well, I am accepting that as a level up.
Yeah, we're level 6, dude.
Damn. Oh well, I was going to level you guys up soon anyways. That's fine.
Oh man, but I haven't leveled up yet.
It will be fine. It will all be fine. How is everyone doing tonight? How are you doing, Koo?
I'm good. I'm ready to ride a dwarf. So, yeah.
Giggity.
And how is the dwarf, speaking of?
Elf.
I don't
Can I
see
just
why
ask?
you think you're the only one I ride.
I do have an important question though.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts 2, does someone show their titties?
I did. Kinda.
No, at what point of Kingdom Hearts 2? Because there was a cross conversation there that I was just like, no,
Oh!
I prefer Kingdom Hearts 2 for that, and I'm like, pretty sure I don't remember that in Kingdom Hearts 2.
No, that's a whole different game. We don't talk about that game. And comics and things. Don't go to the dark side of the internet, everybody. So, Blaine, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, Demix time.
We don't speak of Demix time.
Sounding and eating, as always.
I regret nothing.
Surviving is a good thing. How are you?
You're not my
How?
supervisor.
No, none of us are, sadly. I do control a lot of the game at the moment, so that's it. Oh, I can't actually threaten that because you guys have control over lots of other things. But I at least I can't be attacked with animatium stuff anymore.
Shit. I have lost my hold over a number of you now.
Yes.
And including people who are on a large number of other games that I still love.
That is true.
I don't have there's another animation coming through at some point. Don't hit me too hard.
Nope.
Damn it, endgame.
How are you doing, Phil?
I've got my voice back this week, which, as I say last week, yeah, I'd have managed about 10 minutes and then cried a lot because it hurt.
Which is fair. The last animatium was the weekend before the one just gone. So yeah, Phil had pretty much lost his voice after running that lot for the weekend. It was intense.
And we only killed one person. Yay.
Technically, he killed himself as well. Like, it wasn't even like you guys doing a thing. He did a big dramatic hero
It was
death.
pretty epic. It's that was a goddamn hero moment, and we wouldn't have stopped him.
It was pretty cool. I will give him that. It was a good end. What about you, Cody? How are you doing? Or is Cody quiet?
Not here.
Has anyone heard her at any point during any of this?
No.
we
But then
haven't.
that's nothing new.
Okay. Ree, how are you doing?
I'm great. Thanks for asking.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah. What do you mean no?
And well,
You're all terrible people.
yeah. I mean that's
I'll just go then, shall I?
no. We need you. Also, well done for Phil for winning 200 cogs in that that sneak in right there at the end. That was clever. That was good. Well done. And thank you, Blaine, for the 500 bits. This is
It's all right.
appreciated.
all right.
Yeah.
Does that buy him inspiration?
We'll see how things go. You might need it. I mean, what?
I think we will.
Huh?
I don't know. You guys have survived the living stalactite of tentacle doom, so hopefully it's not too bad.
By the skin of our teeth.
Yeah, that is.
I am literally on 1 HP.
You are literally on 1 HP. It's actually crazy looking at your HP bar. Oh, I need to give.
I've actually been cut. This is new for Corin.
Corin has been hurt. Oh noes. I'll just, I'm giving control of all of the players to my alternate account so that people at home can see their HPs. Because funds. This is fun times. So yeah, that bar that is basically invisible above Caliban, that's his HP. But yes, you guys did get out of it. So while everyone was searching for this hatchery at the moment, they stumbled across the eggs finally and managed to destroy most of them. However, they have also just triggered a horrible monster thing called a roper that was full of tentacles and very nasty, and only just managed to kill it before Caliban died. So yay, well done team. But they have also killed the half dragon that was in here and the dragon sorceress that was in here, and they didn't have to fight Tiamat, so that was also a good thing.
I mean,
Taking on gods at level 6. Why not?
Yeah.
It's what we do.
I mean, you've
You'll
taken.
find Corin shot it in the head.
How many adult dragons have you fought now? At level 6?
well, how many
Well,
real ones? Or
Technically
how many
the same
just-
one twice, right?
The same one twice, and some fake ones a couple of times. And thank you Phil for the bits, and thank you Becca for the bits too. Becca is now the bit boss because she
Oh,
snuck in there at the end for £1.
gotta be copying me.
And the resubscription, I think you'll find.
Oh, it hasn't popped up. You may need to refresh and poke the thing that shares it,
Share it, yeah.
and it does the music, and we get to rave for a little bit.
We'll get to pipe.
Which people do at really awkward moments, and people have started timing it, which is hilarious. So they wait for the really awkward moments of in-depth character development, and then suddenly, yeah,
The best time to that.
there's nothing like a bit of sandstorm, but yeah. So
It should be.
there we go, and we get a raving Maurice in the background, which is great. 'Cause I love it. I need glow sticks. Thank you for the resubscription as well. It's really important to me. Is that 7? No, 3 months. It was Blaine who hit 7 the other night, I think.
Behave.
It was 8 yesterday. 8.
Was it 8? Almost a Twitch baby, which makes people severely uncomfortable when I say it, and it makes me laugh.
I'll be a Twitch baby.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he really is going for some inspiration tonight, isn't he? Like, he knows all the buttons. But yeah, so you guys basically managed to survive by the skin of your teeth last week. Well, Caliban managed to survive by the skin of his teeth last week, and you've destroyed all the eggs. There was only a few rooms left in this entire place for you to explore. So yeah, we'll jump in with you guys just post battle, I guess.
Well, first things first. First? is I'm going to use the remaining 6 points of my lay on hands to do that to myself.
That's, I think, probably a good idea at this point.
You're right down there.
I'm fine. Let's just get up these stairs.
Caliban forces his way up the stairs.
Wow.
Come on then, shall we carry on?
When you say carry on, do you mean should we get the fuck out of here?
Oh, there's still bits to explore, right?
We came here to destroy some eggs. We destroyed some eggs, and you look like shit, dear boy.
Well, that's not very nice. I
Fact,
feel
Yeah, that's a point, though.
absolutely fantastic.
well, by all means, lead the way.
Excellent.
Caliban's in charge again.
I'll check for traps.
You are not fooling anybody.
The party just lets him go off. Caliban is now back in the room where the fight was. There is the passageway to the north that you came in through. That was the tunnel. There is also a tunnel heading off to the southwest, down
right.
here, which I realise you wouldn't have seen because I had not done a big enough reveal. He's immediately going to the place no one has explored yet.
Hang
Of course
Oh,
he
wait.
is.
This rock looks extremely comfortable. Let me just sit down here and take a load off. Well,
Wasn't that a
catch up.
Tiamat statue?
No,
Huh.
that was an illusion.
It is a Tiamat statue, but the
Oh shit!
it was
This is not comfortable at all.
So the statue that Caliban just kind of leant up against temporarily has like the base of it has a relief all around it of the different chromatic dragons flying around the sky. There seems to be more black dragons than any other type, and then yes, on top of it is a 5-headed dragon statue that was moving when you first came in, but that proved to just be an illusion, and it is just a statue.
Congratulations, Caliban. Have an entire 4 hit points back.
Oh, you are the best. Can I attempt to smash this statue down?
You are absolutely welcome to try. You'd have to roll me a pretty good strength check, and then no. Do you know what? Roll me a strength and then roll me an attack. Damage. Sorry, not an attack because
Wait, what?
it's a statue. Roll me a.
You mean strength as in just straight strength or athletics?
No. Yeah. Roll me athletics. Roll me an athletics. Sorry, and an athletics and then attack damage. Wow, that was a pretty good athletics check.
God, it's the giant sword all over again.
What damage? Just with my normal weapon damage, or?
Yep.
Oh shit. Okay. This counts as a dragon as well. No, I'm joking.
Welp.
Holy shit!
You're gonna roll terribly for the rest of the evening now.
Yeah.
You know that you're gonna do it.
Yeah,
Me
you
screwed.
just wasted it all on just kicking over a statue.
So essentially, Caliban, like as everyone else starts entering the room, Tobias heals Caliban slightly, and Caliban, looking invigorated and boosted with some energy, immediately turns. No, not a whole lot to be honest, but immediately turns and charges at the statue. As he leaps, about to bring his maul down on the statue, you notice, everyone else will notice this. Caliban probably won't see it himself, but he begins to glow. All of the glow.
What glows?
Caliban is glowing. The whole of Caliban. Caliban is literally a beacon of light at the moment as he streaks through the air and brings his maul down on the dragon. As he does this, all of the light within him passes into the dragon and it explodes outwards.
Did you mean to do that?
Thunder.
Of course I did. I wanted to take down the statue, right? Easy.
If you say so.
I'm just
Well-
really strong, right?
While they're doing that, DM, I am actually going to check for traps down this corridor.
Wait, what? Someone is actually checking for traps. Okay, 16's pretty good.
Can I Arcana whatever he just did?
What Caliban just did? Yeah, you're welcome to try that. I'll give you a bit of a reveal as well, Tobias. Tobias, you don't find any traps as you're walking down the corridor. Lily, this is not magical. This is an ecumenical matter. I mean, it's religious.
So now that I know it's religious, can I do a religion?
I mean, yeah, if you know that shit. Druids and their religion. You don't know. It's not dancing naked around
I know
the...
more
Oh, shit.
about that
Okay.
shit than I do the other shit.
Well done on getting higher on your religion
Well,
check
mate,
than
I
your
know
Arcana. Yeah, you get the feeling that Bahamut has literally blessed his action. Caliban has come into a dragon hatchery, charged against what he thought was Tiamat, and then killed all of the dragon eggs, putting himself at great risk, and has now given all of his strength to try and
All me.
attack. As far as Bahamut's concerned,
Like
yeah,
the priestess
pretty
or
much.
anything, you know. Fill your fucking boot.
I think you find I got most of the eggs.
You did. This is all true. Who here worships Bahamut other than Caliban?
Yeah, alright.
He's his favourite. So yeah,
Oh,
Caliban.
shit. Do I actually... Have I put God on this? I
There's
think I
only
have.
one god you need.
The
I have,
DM.
it's not
Bahamut.
that one.
Oh, right, okay.
Don't worry.
Worship the DM.
Yeah, worship the god.
I've seen the homebrew stats for the DM as a god. It's amazing. Okay,
Just infinite, anything.
Tobias, you kind of go through this tunnel, and it leads up. It starts climbing quite steeply upwards. It's nothing for you that you'd ever find difficult yourself, and you essentially come out through what appears to have been carved in. Most of this place looks naturally developed and then just kind of shaped to purpose. This looks like it's been added afterwards.
This looks suspiciously not natural.
Oh yeah, no, that has been added as well. Let me do a little bit of a reveal, and I'll tell you what you can see in this room. And let me move this for the people at home too. So you've got a few rooms there. What you're seeing here is there is a few large tables in this room. This room actually looks pretty well furnished. The bit that you're looking into now has a bed in the corner. There is, and it's not just bed rolls either. This is a proper wooden slatted bed, stuffed with a mattress stuffed to the brim with straw. This looks incredibly comfortable considering.
This looks suspiciously like a priestess room.
Yeah. There are, like I said, there's a number of tables in the room, but in this small bit here, there is a table next to the bed with a map spread out across it.
Ooh.
I was gonna, when I say loot the room, I was gonna have a look through this section anyway.
Yeah, go ahead.
Obviously the map. Do you want an investigation check for the
Yes,
rest of the
please.
little
Yes,
side
please. Because you'll see the map, no problems. But for investigating the other things, yeah.
Okay.
If anyone
While
else would
Toby
like to,
is doing his bits, I'm gonna drink a healing potion that I have. Let's get rid of the number.
it's almost like Caliban's not doing so well. Also, Corin, Mia, and Lily, when she gets there, can you all roll me perception
Yep.
checks, please? Because you are not focusing on anything particular at the moment. Tobias, you have found in that room, kind of half tucked under the map, so you might have seen it anyway, but it's something that's quite important. There's a piece of paper covered in numerals and columns, and there's a note attached to it saying, "Everything must be freighted north to Neritar. Resmir has allowed us to keep some pearls, a ring, and a handful of small stones." Which is what it says on the
So
note.
that's mentioned in the note.
Mm-hmm. If you need me to read it again, I will happily do so.
No, it's fine. I missed the word before. Keep a handful of. Does the note state to keep a handful of pearls and a?
Yeah, it essentially says that Resmir has allowed us to keep some pearls. Resmir, you'll know, was the black dragon priestess, that you saw outside before.
Okay, gonna obviously continue to rummage through that room now, and I'm looking for something specific.
Mm-hmm. There is a small trunk at the foot of the bed. It is essentially some Cult of the Dragon regalia. There's a mask. There's a few robes. Actually, there's a couple of masks and a couple of robes. And it is her higher level priestess robes, the purple ones that she was wearing. She apparently had several copies of this. And yeah, I think that's it for this room.
And no sign of the pearls or whatever that she mentions.
Nope, not in here, no. Sadly. Let me go
Cool.
with Corin.
In which case,
Corin is too busy looking at himself in any kind of reflective surfaces that are
I am
around.
gonna stuff a copy of the robes and a mask into my backpack, and then come out to the main room, brunishing the note and the mask. Note and the map. Sorry. once they've continued to.
Oh shit! He's one of them. Kill him. No, you're.
Instead of putting them on my back, I'm swearing to them, ripping blood.
Lily, you can hear noises coming from the west.
Noises.
Well, folks, someone's definitely following us.
Not following you. From the west. It's a place you haven't been to yet.
Oh, right, sorry. I do not know my left and right. Or my
That
west,
is
please.
actually
I'm
true.
the worst druid.
It is legitimately
I'm
a
the
thing.
worst druid.
But
Well,
yeah.
folks, wherever we're going, there's definitely a tea party happening.
Everyone be super, super quiet.
Says Caliban.
Right then,
I
how
will.
quiet do you want to be?
Like, really, really quiet.
Caliban,
Right.
is where you are on the map where you're stood right now?
That is correct.
He has just inched his character forward. So.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Everyone
I
be really,
please,
really
like-
quiet.
Can I please cast Pass Without a Trace?
I mean,
think that's a
you
little bit moot.
you can.
Well, it was what I was gonna do before because I didn't realize his character was inching forward on the map. So like when he says be real quiet and I say how quiet and he says super quiet, I was literally then gonna just cast Pass Without a Trace.
You are
So it
welcome to do
depends
so.
on how bad we ruined it. Well,
Um,
he's ruined it. You
it-
ruined it, mate.
He's ruined it. His insight.
Well,
Well, I ain't gonna freaking cast if there's no point.
essentially what happens, Lily, is you kind of prepare your spell and kind of hold up your hand to cast it on the party. But as you're preparing it, you hear a shout from the west also of, "Oi! Someone's in her bedroom!" And then a bunch of movement happening, because that's clearly not a normal thing. Yeah, could everyone roll me some initiative, please?
Shite.
Oh, crap.
poor lonely priestess.
17. What nonsense is that?
Tobias with a 17.
That is
Shite.
Interesting nonsense.
I screwed it, you guys.
What? No, it's fine.
Y'all screwed it. It's all good.
Tobias, Caliban. Mia, Corin, and Lily all with an 8. But Corin goes first of those. And then Lily, and then Mia.
There are many whelps.
I know my place.
Yeah,
Oh, it's fucking last.
there's nothing wrong with being a bottom, okay? It's a thing that's allowed.
Well, it all depends.
Right, let me try and remember how to quick click on their character sheets. There we go.
Do D&D. All right.
Initiative. Oh no, I can't forget how to play D&D now. I do 2 of it a week now. My brain is like all numbers. At least it's not Math Finder though. I'm okay with this. Okay, a 10, a 4, and a 20. Okay.
Oh shit.
It was nice knowing you, Caliban.
I regret nothing.
This is totes Caliban. Whoa, Pirate Simmer, 1,100 bits after doing like 4,000 yesterday. That was crazy. Thank you.
Hero.
Jeez.
Wow, Pirate Simmer is like owning everything today. Wow, yeah, 4,461 you're up to since yesterday. And then they get to go last. And another 300 bits just to make sure you're Bit Boss again. That was amazing. Thank you.
I mean, if it's a competition, I can kind of understand where they're coming from. It's kind of, I'm going to make sure that I'm winning.
Winning by a long margin too, like Jesus. For this week anyway. When it's on like forever, Becca's got it like well in the bag. She's over 200 and something thousand, I think, at the moment.
Oh my god.
Yeah, which is crazy. Okay, so initiatives are sorted. The Dragon Claws get to go first. And the Dragon Claws.
No, they don't.
Wait, what? Why?
I
Just
swapped
because
it.
you gave some bits doesn't mean you gave no.
I will
not
turn
how
these
I mean-
bits around.
Caliban, technically you can do a thing.
What? Oh, I don't have a thing to do.
Did you see the whisper I
I'm
sent
all
you
out of
earlier?
things.
He's all out of things. lost.
Unfortunately.
He's so lost without stuff.
Caliban, did you see the whisper I sent you earlier, though? There is a thing you can do with that.
I
if you
did
want
see
to.
that whisper.
Okay. If you're
You're
not doing
wasting
okay.
it on this, is that what you're saying?
That's fair. That's fair. I was just double checking you saw it. All is good.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Pirate Simmer, another 700 bits. Jesus Christ. 5,461 now.
Pirate Simmer, are you a drug lord?
attacking
Siphoning
himself.
blood
We found.
15 bits as a
The
cryptocurrency in order
old Twitch
to try
money
and...
laundering.
I know that Pirate Simmer got paid yesterday, and because there's a sale on, like obviously,
Fair enough.
with the 99 cents to get $5 worth, if you buy a shitload, you get a load more free.
Fair enough. So it's not money laundering then.
I hope not. No, Pirate's too sweet for that. But Pirate I think was pushing herself up to a new bit badge, which is amazing because it calculates how many you've done
Fair play.
ever and upgrades you. So the Dragon Claws are going to do a thing, which is basically to fuck off to the north.
Run off.
As they are absolutely terrified of me. They're all decided to...
I mean, in no way, shape, or form does that room lead to another bunch of crap that they're going to collect. And come
Mhm.
for us.
What? No. But that does mean it's Tobias's go.
Go
How do I
to
do
bias
this?
guy.
How do I do this stuff again? Right.
Be the hero that we need. Not the one we deserve. Like me.
Right, I can get there within my standard movement. These haven't gone yet, so the one directly in front of me. I mean, I could have critted, but I didn't. So, first attack's a 24
Yeah, 24 is going to hit.
for 11 points of damage.
Tobias rushes forward and stabs the guard in the throat, and he falls down as he is an unarmored civilian, basically. A bad guy, but unarmored. So, yeah.
I am then going to use the bonus attack that I get to the one at the top. 14, does that hit?
Sadly not.
No.
No.
Livid. So much for being unarmored. Oh, okay. Damn it.
Yeah.
I am not going to use my bonus action to do any key-based shiz.
Fair.
Instead, I am going to take the defensive stance, where I can make opportunity attacks without using my reaction, and if someone moves greater than 5 foot whilst in my reach, I can make a melee attack.
Oh, yeah, this is the one where you can make melee attacks even if they're just coming into your range, right?
Yep.
Haha.
They have to move, well...
As long as they've
opportunity
moved
attacks
more than
without
5.
a reaction, and they have to move within greater than 5 feet whilst in my reach. So it's the whole thing, if they try to walk around me and not leave it.
Ah, got you. Okay.
I think that's all I'm doing.
I
2
mean-
seconds.
It's a good job you haven't blocked off the corridor, so people... Oh, no, wait. Joking.
Wow.
No, and this is what I mean. Ah, shit, right, I lied. I am going to throw a punch at the one above me. So I'm not going to use the tunnel fight stuff.
Okay.
So the one that I missed with the sword, I am going to attempt to hit with the fist, and I'm going to miss it. Damn it. But then, because I've done that, my arm class is increased by 2. But I'm not in the defensive stance.
That's fair.
Done.
Okay. Cool. In that case, it is Caliban's turn.
I will move here and hold my action, attack action. If anything gets past Tobias, then I will hit it in the face.
Okie dokie. If
To be fair, I did have 5 feet of movement. Will you allow me to step forward into that square?
yeah, I'm okay with that.
Cool.
Sure. In that case, I'll go here and smash this guy in the face. If I can hit him around the corner. If not, then I can move down.
Oh yeah, you can hit him. You're within 5 foot of him. You're fine. Yeah.
It's just a civilian. Oh god, it's his first day.
He knew what he signed up for.
It's in the small print.
Where am I?
Just trying to feed his little sister.
Let me reroll that.
I followed my brother in here. What's going on?
So that's 11 damage to that one in the top.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Caliban steps forward as Tobias steps out of his way, basically, as a kind of please by all means. And Caliban charges up behind him and smashes the guy in the face with a maul, and he goes down.
Excellent. Do I? Yeah, sure. I'll move here, and then hit this guy with my extra attack.
Yep, that is fine.
Did that wrong. Never mind. 22.
Yeah, that will hit.
Let me roll a d6 again. Same damage. 10 damage.
Okay, 10 damage. The guard is looking quite badly beaten. In fact, you slammed him against the wall essentially, but he is still forcing himself to stay upright.
These guys in there are 11 HP, am I right?
What?
Maybe.
Oh, guard's turn.
Oh, shit.
Caliban, the guard that you failed to kill, is now going to
Sure.
hit you in the face with a spear.
Yeah.
Oh shit, he rolled a 5. You're fine.
Okay, good.
That is-
Glorious. Victory is mine.
and he is the only guard left alive. So it is Lily. No, it's Corin's go.
Hey, I'ma move to here,
Corin shits himself.
and I would question whether I have a clear line of sight on that guy or if I would be hitting Tobias.
I wonder if there's a 20-foot fireball range that we could have.
Corin, you would be able to hit him through, like, past Tobias as long as you don't roll a 1.
Okay.
Wow.
25 to hit.
You manage a hit on the cultist.
5 damage. That's my turn.
Crossbow bolt whizzes past Tobias's hair and slams into the arm of the cultist. Okay, that's your turn. Which means... Oh. I just realised I did a... Oh no, they go last. Okay, it is Mia's go. No, it's not, it's Lily's go. I've done that wrong twice. Lily, it is your turn.
Yay! Okay, I'm gonna... Oh gosh, can I even get there? Apparently not, so I'm just gonna run forward. And get stuck. Turn over.
Oh, I'm a halfling. You can move through me if you have the movement.
Yeah, but I've only got 13 feet of movement, realistically. I guess I could use a double move and end up here. That's fine.
Just don't run
I'm not
straight
able
the
to
front.
do anything.
You can
so-
move through, Corin.
Yeah, but to get... I know.
No. No, he was... Maybe...
And as you do, you smell a light scent of vanilla and lilac.
I think my main issue is if I end up like right in front of this guy, I then can't attack.
No,
so
he
I'm
was
just
he was making a joke. That's why he did the as in the concept
Oh.
of moving through Corin is gross.
my bad. Yeah, my turn's over. As a bonus action, I'd like to cast Shillelagh. There we go. Now my turn.
That is fair. Yeah, preparing a shillelagh is a good shout.
Oh, shillelagh.
I like shillelagh,
Oh, shillelagh.
especially because they spelled it correctly too. It makes me happy. Mia, it is your go.
Well, there seems to be a bit of a bottleneck, so I may as well just get the Pokemon out.
Fireball! No, I'm sure.
I mean, I can't fireball through walls.
You can fireball
yeah.
Corin, though. What?
It'll be extra effective in the bottom.
Yeah, just because you're not standing at the mouth of the tunnel. Which is fine. Yeah, I suppose I could move there. See what kind of...
I mean, it's getting dubious about how many people you're trying to.
I mean,
So
what?
as long as you don't hit Corin or Lily or Tobias.
What if I'm aiming for them? I mean,
I mean,
I'm not doing a thing.
Don't worry about it. Till it's too late.
Would that clip the wall or would that be okay? Maybe.
No, you'd be
I love
fine.
the fact
I
that
mean-
you're going 20.
You're worrying about this edge here, right? I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you should be
Yeah,
fine.
that's the one.
Essentially, what you'd be doing is aiming it more directly at the wall up here, so that's fine. You'll be able to get
Yeah.
around it. Yeah.
Cool. In which case, I would like to spend 5.
Caliban's a little bit excited.
I would like to spend 5 sorcery points as a bonus action to get a 3rd level spell slot back.
Yeah, you can.
Love sorcery points.
Sorcery
Because
points are
I
a cool
have
thing.
no spell slots because I use them all. And then, of course, I would like to cast Fireball on the point that Caliban is quite helpfully pointing out.
I didn't know. I wasn't aware that Mia could do fireballs, so
This
Yeah.
is new.
that will hit
Yeah,
literally every one of
it
those
is a
of
very-
those
I think
enemies.
that one at the bottom escapes, doesn't it? Or
This
no?
one does
Uh,
No,
escape.
that doesn't hit that
It
one.
hits
It's 20
every one of the
feet back.
cultists.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, but the guy's practically dead anyway, so, I mean, I can't see him. Whatever. I should do the
boom,
thing.
slap, boom.
Oh
Boom.
shit. Okay, right.
Then Dick saving throw.
Even if they made it with the decks, they're all gonna die. So,
Excellent.
Blip.
How does that individual in the bottom corner feel right now?
the guard is literally stood there, basically shitting
It's got a
himself.
bit warm in here.
Mm.
He literally watched Tobias step up and one-hit kill his friend. And then Caliban stepped over, killed his other friend, and then attacked him and almost killed him. And then all the other cultists in the room exploded in fiery death. So, he's not doing great. Oh, ye olde telephone.
Oh, hello.
Shit, I think that's me.
Lol. I was like, someone's gonna realise
Someone
that.
has to have a telephone in their room with them.
No, it's actually across the house, but apparently the microphone picks up quite a bit.
It's a ghost in the wire. It was actually fucking out to us.
Yeah. So you're throwing too much fire. Stop.
Oh shit.
So yeah, it would be the cultists' turn, but they're all dead. The dragon claws are now going to move again, and they're probably going to move
Shit. You're doing a fucking runner.
to double their freaking
Doing a
movement.
roller dice.
Dave. Dave.
Eh,
Oh shit. Double dash.
they did a big old run. Tobias, it's your turn.
Right, I'm going to use the first 25 of my movement to get here to see
Okay.
what they went to look at before they buggered off.
Oh, hello. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Dave.
Is it just the one?
It is literally just the one.
Honest guff.
So
Well, I've got 15 movement left.
this room,
Still just the one?
oh yeah, it's just the one. But the room, what you can see here, there's a bunch of overturned boxes, broken items. There's a few gold coins scattered here and there, and some small gems that are lying there as well.
Sucks to be him. 19 to hit.
The cultist that you have just rushed into looks half asleep, and you do hit him.
For 7.
He is alive. I'd imagine
Oh,
not
then-
for too long.
And I'm going to punch him
That will hit,
for 6.
and you kill him as you stab him with your rapier and then punch him in the wound that you just caused.
Oh,
Wound punching. I'll take umbrage, dear boy.
Ugh.
Is that adding insult to injury?
Ugh.
Blum, blum.
That hand
Oh,
just
man.
went right in that gash. I mean, what?
Oh my.
I mean, what?
Oh.
Just end of my turn.
Okay. Caliban, it's your turn.
I'll smash this guy in the face. With one of them. Doing 13 points of damage.
And with his 1 HP he had remaining, you smush
Yeah.
him into the floor.
And then... 15... Sure. I'll go to like here.
When I kind of hear you run behind, I go, if they went that way, there's no one left in here.
That is all my movement.
Aw. Caliban, the little dwarf. He's not actually that little. But, okay. Technically... Oh, no, yeah. It would be Corin's go. Because the gods are all dead now.
5, so an extra 5, and then I can't 10.
Without metagaming too much, Sean, what's their standard movement speed?
Okay, so I accidentally moved them to the left instead of the right. So when you saw them appear to the right, that was their first movement. Their standard movement speed is pretty normal at 30.
Oh, okay. So
It was just a
technically we
case
could
of-
try and catch up if we wanted.
Yeah, it is a possibility. It is a possibility to catch up. I'm just playing it to the mouth of the cave, basically, because after that, there's a lot of places they can run.
I double dashed. Can I have a look in there and see if there's anything that catches my fancy?
There are a few scattered gold coins
Get
and
past me,
gems.
bitch.
Not so
Whoa,
much interested in that. Is there anything that looks like it would be a good memento?
There is a
Like any scales or...
there is a very highly decorated scabbard for a dagger that essentially looks like it. The whole thing is carved to look like a dragon.
Okay, I have double dashed, but I am heading that way.
I
That
almost
side.
envisioned myself holding up my hand against Corin's forehead as he's trying to run past me.
You're a horrible human being. Well, elf.
Elf, yeah.
Damn it, I need my sting.
But yeah,
Because you're not plagiarising enough things at the moment.
Not yet.
Sorry, who's next?
I believe it's me.
it is Lily's turn.
Okay. I walk. So now what, guys?
Shinies
There,
to
that
the left,
way.
bad guys to the right.
Here I am, stuck in the middle with you.
Got that.
All right, lead the way, she says,
Surprise,
as she watches
motherfucker.
the fact that there are two of her colleagues going down two different routes. And that's the end of my turn.
Okie dokie. In that case, it will be Mia's go.
Surprise, motherfucker!
I love that. I love it so much.
Yay, I can catch up. Excellent. I am just going to catch up and go, what the hell's going on? Which way are we going?
Everyone's looking at the loot behind me in a kind of no one gives a shit about the dog thing, aren't they?
Pretty much.
Incorrect, sir.
But yeah, that's pretty much That's, no,
They're
you,
gonna get
you
out
can
that
see
way.
into you could see probably Mia. You'd have enough space to move up, so you'd be able to see into the room and see it's mostly empty. But there are a few
Hey.
scatterings
Cool.
of coins and stuff.
Into this room on the left, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
That one. Oh, okay. Well, I presume you have this covered, Toby.
He's silent. He's busy measuring.
He's got his little ruler out.
Must map this.
It's their go now, isn't it?
It is indeed. And they
Sean, if we're
are-
back at the top, it's their go, isn't it?
Yes, it is. They're gonna run out, but they're not gonna get massively.
Oh, we're so dead.
Yes, they can get off. The
No, Adrian.
map.
See, I don't know that yet, so... Ugh, this is annoying, because I don't know that yet.
Nope, and it's your turn.
Yeah, so I am going to... You can split up your movement, can't you?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move 5 feet to there. I am going to then, as a bonus action, Misty Step to there.
Yep.
I am then, with my double dash for 75 movement,
Jesus.
Seems like a lot.
well, because my movement's 40, so I've already used
Yeah.
5. I've used bonus action, but I'm using my action to dash.
Mm-hmm.
I will get.
In that case,
Roughly there and realise balls they've run out of the cave.
But I will say,
How
from
far out the cave have they
yeah,
got?
I'm about to say they've not gotten massively far out of the cave. So what I'll do is I'll actually put them basically here. They are a few steps in front of that, but you'll be able to still see them from here.
Okay. I haven't got anything else I can do. That was all my actions.
That is fair.
But I will shout back to Caliban. They're still within sight.
And it is Caliban's turn now.
Coming. Sure. 10. 20. I will double dash, so we get to. That's that. And then. Well, technically there, I guess, but sure. Is Mrs. still level 1 or level 2? Level 2. God damn it! Alright, okay, let's be done.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no, I'm not done.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Hang on, let me just check. How far are they away roughly? Wait, hang on, I can work this out, can't I? 'Cause it's like 20 feet more than what they are here, right?
Yeah.
So like 75-ish feet away?
Do you know what?
Right?
I'm going to say actually, I'm going to move them forward one step, and that is exactly where they are. Because once they hit the mouth of the
Okay.
cave, they're going to slow down, feeling quite confident that no way are you ever going to catch them.
As a bonus action, I will Hunter's Mark that guy.
Oh shit. Okay, yep.
And then that's me done.
I am going to need to do a thing. Okay, cool. Then it is Corin's go.
I'm gonna look dejectedly at the scabbard and go to follow my party.
Oh, he's doing a good thing.
25 and another 25. That's my turn. I got tiny little hobbit's feet.
That is a true fact. Where's Lily on here? Ah, there she is.
Lily's like, oh, the loot is available now. Everyone else is...
It is Lily's turn. Here you go, Lily. Remove the thing.
Hmm?
It is your turn.
You removed stuff? Yay! Okay, well, I gotta follow everyone else, so... This is exciting. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, yeah.
Everyone wants to be a ranger.
Quick question, because I am looking at the Twitch as well. Why the fuck is Corin glowing?
Magic reasons.
That's,
I mean, any medical reasons.
that is a thing that Corin has that you don't see.
Oh, okay.
I see.
I see.
Interesting.
Kill Mauron! Kill Mauron! Kill
This guy this whole time.
When you hit a certain level, you do get an Eldritch Invocation that just lets you look like anything else and become it. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, the Mask of Many Faces is just the illusion that I already had. There's one that lets you basically polymorph every hour.
It's true. It's pretty grim.
Crazy.
It's amazing, but grim. Mia, it's your turn.
Yay, I can finally run.
Yeah, I can finally loot.
No, I'm not Malron. It's fine.
No.
I just have his avatar.
Mauron.
I might have his avatar, but I'm not actually him.
I liked his avatar. It's reused because it makes me happy.
Oh, wait, I'm not measuring this right. What am I doing? I have no idea.
What doing?
I don't know. That is the problem. Okay, I can get next to Lily. This is fine. I can overtake the Hobbit.
Yay!
What do
Yeah.
your tiefling eyes see? Okay.
Everything. It's dark.
Okie dokie. Oh yeah, that's true. I'm going to do a thing. Please scroll to the right.
Oh shit. Yeah, I forgot about this place. Right, okay.
Because you
It is
basically...
kind of empty.
We hope it is.
Ah, I found us. Yay.
The
did
dreaded
hear 'em.
4!
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, this is the map that
Why
has.
are we up there?
You're up there.
Manage that.
You're up there
We
because
flew.
you're not as close at the moment. Let me.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they're not that far ahead. Lol. Oh, they are going to do a dashy thing. Yeah, they are not that far ahead. Because I forgot this map is weird. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo.
It's not weird, it's just fucking long.
They also are not aware that you lot have caught up to them yet, so they're going to do a whole 30 feet of movement, which puts them there. Because that's 30 feet on this map. Yay!
Lol. Me next, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Bonus actions, Zephyr... Keep forgetting the name of this.
Zephyr Strike? Yeah.
Increases my movement by 30 feet for 1 round. So that is... I'm going to kind of run through the fucking thing, so... 70 feet actually gets me practically between them.
You can literally be between them if that's what where you want to be.
Yep. I don't know which one you've hunted, Mark, do I? Obviously.
No.
No.
But I would ideally want to hit out at the one in front because hopefully that will distract the one behind, whereas if I attack the one behind, the one in front might just carry on running.
Very true.
Next weapon attack has advantage. Sweet.
Ooh, good thing.
That was slightly better because I was going to say if that was they're both rolled under 10, that would be
Nope.
balls.
18 hits.
Just 18 hit.
Yes. Yeah, 18 will
So
hit.
yeah, hitting the front one for 7 points of damage.
Yep. And that does damage, but he is still standing.
Yeah, but he's aware I'm there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, you've made yourself
and
known.
that's, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay, Caliban, it's your go.
Margot, did you say sorry? Yeah?
Yeah.
Get to like here, double dash, and then that's me.
Okie dokie.
Oh,
Cool.
I have 58 HP on this.
Yeah, your HPs will have changed because this is your old things. Feel free to change back. But yeah, it is Corin's go. He has moved.
Yes, I move to there. And let me just measure some shit out. Yeah, disadvantage, but I'm going to try to shoot him with my crossbow.
Go for it.
21.
That's pretty epic.
You will hit.
I was hoping to see you shoot Caliban in the back. I'm going to be honest.
Whoa, now.
I'm going to lie. So was I.
That's the worst.
A crossbow bolt flies past Caliban and smacks into the back of the dragon claw that he is currently chasing. It was a good shot, Corin.
Awesome.
Well done. Lily, it's your turn.
That's my turn.
And that brings us on to our druid, Lily.
Yay! Okay. I just exit the cave, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Oh my gosh, we're so far away.
Oh yeah.
Yes, we are.
I tried to put you as basically as close to the mouth of the cave as you would have been from inside the cave.
Yay. There. Here I am.
This
Yay!
map is ridiculous. It's beautiful, but it is kind of...
Oh, the scale is crazy. It's an accurate scale because yeah, that is the 30-foot tent. But yeah, it's ridiculous. Mia, your go. I love that Corin's trying to catch up.
I'm doing okay.
Okay, Mia, it's your go.
Hey. Damn, that doesn't get me very far, does it?
Nope.
Shit, son. Okay. So I'm guessing I'm about here? Thereabouts?
Yep.
We did have a head start, and I then did shoot with magic.
Yeah.
Ooh. Ah, yes. I could just hit that guy there.
With a fireball. Oh no.
No, I don't have any of those left. But I do have a fire.
Good. I'm glad you don't.
Probably for the best right now.
I mean, what? I do have fire bolts, though. They're fine. I can do that. So just little bits of fire instead of fiery balls of death.
You can do your little fire, that's fine.
Yay! Does it
And
hit?
that does hit the Dragon Claw, yes.
Yes! Hello, freaking Leia. For 9 fire damage.
And that takes down the Dragon Claw at the back. That was Hunter's marked.
Oh.
I did not know that, but yeah.
No, of course not. It being the Dragon Claw at the front's turn, he's just been attacked by Tobias, and he will turn around. With an attack with advantage with his scimitar.
Why with advantage?
Because of a thing called Fanatical Advantage.
Balls.
So what?
He has an ability called Fanatical Advantage. He rolls a 21 to hit,
Begrudgingly, yeah.
but only does 4 points of slashing damage.
I couldn't have. Especially because I did actually go into that last fight fully healed.
Yeah, that's the Dragon Claw's turn, and it's Tobias' turn now.
15 to hit.
That does hit these, actually, yep.
10 points of damage.
Okay, and that is enough to drop the front Dragon Claw. I really thought these guys were going to get away from you. But you guys tracked them down and killed them.
We are horrible.
And amazing. In almost equal measure.
Wait, what? I am going to start walking back to Caliban and go, I imagined you didn't want anyone alerted to the fact that we've been here.
Absolutely. And I put my hunter's mark on Tobias.
Ah,
No, it's my time. No, I'm joking.
can I
Already?
Wow.
can I out of character admit something?
Go for it.
Auron constantly had his curse on Tobias, ruining his
He really
charisma
did.
rolls.
Yeah, he did. Tobias,
That's how I kept my hex going between fights.
he moved his hex onto Tobias. So Tobias, that's why you had to keep making charisma rolls with disadvantage.
I loved Mauro.
I assume if we're heading back in, are we going as far as the chamber that we wanted to loot and then didn't?
Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome to do that. Like,
That's
you don't
what
need
I
to.
believe that we're off to, Sean.
Okay, cool.
I'm
do
going to
you-
be way behind because I'm going to recover my crossbow bolt.
Okay.
You are welcome to do that. It is still solidly in the Dragon Claw. You guys are. Do you want me to put you back on the map, or do you want me to just say you got the stuff? If that's the only room you're going in, I can
I
happily put you back.
believe so.
Yeah. That the one room we didn't do, and then anything out of the ordinary on the guys that we killed. But if it's just generic random stuff, then I'm not bothered.
The 2 Dragon Claws that are out here are
Capra is
also.
like,
They have pretty standard. So they carry silver daggers, and the silver daggers are in those beautiful dragon styled.
They're actually made out of silver.
The daggers themselves are, yeah.
Oh right, okay.
The daggers are
Yeah,
made
sure.
of silver daggers, and they're just standard silver daggers. But yeah, there is a the scabbards themselves are both very beautiful, and if you are wearing cultist gear, which I think all of you have at least got, if not currently. I don't think you're currently wearing them anymore. But or maybe you are. Thanks.
No, mine's in my backpack.
Oh yeah, because I know you guys came in with them on. If you wear one of these with your cultist disguise, any conversation you have with any of these dragon cultists, you'll get a +1 to charisma on trying to convince them of things. Just so you're aware, these are clearly given out very sparingly to people. So yeah, there were a grand total of about 300 gold coins. They were scattered quite around over the room, and
But it's in party loot. Yep. You guys.
Yeah, sure.
And there were also about 5 gemstones. They were rubies, and they were worth about 50 gold each.
May I have one of those daggers, though? They're quite nice.
Yeah, absolutely can. How many daggers are there?
In total, you find 3.
Three daggers. So I'll put 2 in the party loot, and you can have one unless anyone else wants one.
Not especially.
Silver dragon.
I'm not
daggers.
really into that metal look.
Cool.
To be honest.
That letter. Sorry, that letter.
Oh, at which point I'll bring out the map and the letter,
Hey.
which I haven't told you about, but you know.
Didn't you
guess.
show, didn't you show us it? When
I
you-
said there was a map. I didn't get
Oh,
round to
shit.
it.
That map.
Yeah.
Now have a look.
I will pass you the letter and the map.
Right. Okay. What did the letter say? Hello.
Oh, if he's sharing the letter with you, I'll happily read it.
Yeah, no, I am.
It said, everything must be freighted north to Neiritar. Resmir allowed us to keep some pearls, a ring, and a handful of small stones. And
Oh, we've already
Tobias-
got those, right?
Yes, you've collected pretty much everything up that you could find.
String of pearls, golden and sapphire ring, and a bag of gems. I'm
You did
thank you
indeed.
for that. Yeah,
Yep.
That was like a month ago.
sure. Oh, that's from. Oh yeah, I mean it was a month ago. From. If we search these guys,
They
see if they were running away with anything.
What, the pounds?
no the dragon claws.
Aren't they?
The claws out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were essentially just the scabbards were the only thing of value, but they were also wearing
Oh, right.
cultist robes and cultist masks if those are interesting to anybody. But yeah,
No, I was just wondering if they were trying to make out with something important.
Wait, what?
Yeah, sure. Definitely. With each other
Just make
while
out.
running.
That
I
would be
will grab one of
difficult.
those masks just to complete the outfit, because why not?
Traitor! Get it!
love it.
Alright, lads. So what's next?
Where is this Nyema place?
Aye. I mean, we could go back, right? To keep. Rest up a
Indeed.
little bit.
Perhaps they'll know where that is and who this person they had to bring their valuables to was.
And we've broken the hatchery, so that's a win, right?
Yes, although it would have
I
been nice to
mean,
keep one
sure.
or two of the eggs around.
No one.
No, it wouldn't. Traitor.
Well, to be honest, I could totally do with a bit of R&R. I mean, physically I'm in pretty good shape, but I guess magically I'm pretty comatose.
Right.
I second that.
Should we head back to the town?
Yes.
Make them aware that the local group appear to have gone, and see if anyone's got any direction as to where the hell they've headed. I mean, we've got a map. We could just look on the map to see where that town is.
Yeah.
But, otherwise we could just go, Go ask somebody, and they can show us on a map that we're holding. Is that town on the map, Sean?
This town is not currently on the map. You will, however, note that
Cool.
what she mentioned was in the letter was that it needed to be freighted. So it is somewhere that you would need to get to a coast to deal with.
Right.
freighted could be cart.
That's true, but this is specifically. Well, you'll see. You shall see.
So well now. Spoilers.
Within about 2 minutes of walking, I'm going to start following behind Caliban and say, "Sure, would be nice if we had some sort of mount.
Aye,
Make this journey easier."
it would.
Is that some kind of,
No, he's hoping that the war pig comes back. And yeah, gonna start heading back into town.
I prefer Lily.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
Let me just double check, if I have it summoned, can I blink it in and out of existence as I please, like a familiar, or can I not?
Off the top of my head, I don't think so. I think it needs to be
No, I
within
don't.
telepathic distance, and then you can call it
That's
to
true,
you.
yeah. I need to cast the spell again, basically,
Yeah.
if it's not dead, yeah. So, alas.
Goran
I'm
doesn't
sure
know that,
he'll
so
be able
he's
to
gonna
report
sigh.
everything on what's been going on at Keep.
He'll be very talkative.
In that case.
The old boar spy.
Oh god, it's on
Oh,
fire!
Ah.
Not again. I didn't do it, I swear.
Again, find yourselves the keep, which I will put in the centre of.
Oh, it's like magic.
Yes, I ride Lily back to town.
and the horse.
Hurty, hurty, hurt.
Fire dinner first.
God
Is
damn.
that church on fire, or we
No.
just haven't got rid of the fire?
I just didn't get rid of the fire. Let me get rid of the fire. There we go.
Oh.
They're rebuilding currently.
Who's doing that? The cultists? No, we hate our god. He brought this upon us, and this is what thanks we give.
Wow.
As you reapproach and you re-enter the keep, you will be reapproach. Governor Nighthill
We'll probably, as
Yeah.
always, have gone through the tunnel and all that jazz.
I'd imagine you would have. Yeah, no, that's fair.
I mean, because walking up to the front door could be easy enough, but why?
You will find that when you try and come back through the tunnel, the gate that leads inside is locked.
Oh shit.
Haven't we got the key for that?
You do indeed.
Maybe.
You do have one of the
Haven't
keys.
you got the key for that?
We have
Yeah.
a key. I mean, no, I don't know where the key is. We're gonna no, I'm joking. I would attempt to open it with said key.
It unlocks quite happily. But they're clearly
Breaks in the
taking...
lock. Foiled again.
You guys have been gone a fair bit of time, and they are clearly taking precautions. People, the guards that are inside the keep currently, spin to face the door, weapons in hand, and then visibly relax. One of them goes running off inside, and soon afterwards, he and Governor Nighthill come out. Governor Nighthill is straight up to you, but to you all. Oh, well, you're all looking a little bit banged up. Are you okay?
Fine.
He looks you
Do
up
we?
and down, Caliban.
And then look over at Caliban and go, oh yeah, okay.
Yes, sorry, I thought it would be rude to say that Caliban looks, Sir Caliban, of course, looks rather rough. And
Yeah, Sir Caliban. Aye.
and as the horse turns back into a person, he lets out a high-pitched kind of, ah! Oh, of course, I forgot the snake. I've seen you do this before, yes? Okay.
Well, that's a bonus.
I know, I was about to quote chat and go, isn't this the point where your friends put a snake up someone's? Yeah, anyway.
Yep.
Aw, Corin, this is quite pretty. She's sort of patting her hair.
You're welcome. I thought it would look a bit nicer while we travelled. Got to admit, they looked better on a mane.
Wow. And on that note,
Lily sighs exasperately. I'm sure that's not a word, but it she does.
what time of day is it roughly?
By the time you guys get back, it is well into the evening now.
We need to get to the coast, but not now.
Oh, yes, Leosin, he is gone. The monk and his disciple, they have left. But they said to let you know. Oh gosh, where were they going? where were they going? Where were they going? The sergeant,
Baldur's
the
Gate.
paladin, walks over and goes, they asked if you could meet them in Elturel before you all travelled on to Baldur's Gate.
Oh, yeah, it was Baldur's Gate eventually. Where, sorry? Looking at the map, is it somewhere in between here and Baldur's Gate, obviously?
It is a place called Elturel. Would you guys like to see the big map?
Go for
Right.
it.
Yeah, it's a big map. Might take a bit to load. It is big. Also, I really like it because
I
it's the
can see-
entire. It's the entire. Wow, it's still not loaded for me. It's the entire Sword Coast. So you get. Oh yeah, Baldur's Gate is on its nice.
Everything.
It's on its nice thing, but you can't actually see any background. Oh, you can't see most of the stuff.
There's no names on it, apart
No.
from Baldur's Gate and somewhere
I can
else.
see my home.
It's just the things I have.
Honest.
It's just the thing I've revealed for you guys so
You've
far.
given us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Baldur's Gate is there, and while you guys are looking at it, he'll point out to you where Elturel is. If I can do a smart thing and actually get on the GM layer, I can do that.
Wait.
I knew it.
So that's where Elturel is, and you'll be preferably traveling.
Speaking to the commander, I am going to go and say, what's the land, the lay of the land like if we head directly north, or do you recommend following the river?
Actually, it's relatively peaceful that way, as long as you don't head towards the Sunset Mountains. Nope, not what you
I
want.
mean, I was
Then you're
no.
fine.
I mean, do we follow the river, or do we literally from this town head due north until we hit water?
Oh, I would avoid the woods as best you can. I would head. There is a good path that heads up alongside the river, past Burdusk and up, and then it joins up near Scornable.
Okay.
That would probably be the best way to go.
That was actually the other thing that I was asking. And wow, that is a city named Wood. Okay, yeah, you're right. I probably will try to avoid that.
Where else can I put on here that you guys would know? Oh, you'd probably know Waterdeep. Put Waterdeep on, and I'll put the sea's name on. And you'd know Tribor. And you'd know the Neverwinter Woods in Neverwinter. Way up there in the high road. Because not far from Tribor is where you guys had your fun times. Yeah.
Know not of which you speak.
No, you don't. You are not important enough. I mean,
How
what-
long, time-wise, are we talking travel?
Oh,
If we follow the river up, yeah.
it's essentially from here to Elturel is about 200 miles. It would be a long while, but actually the monk has brought horses and riding gear for all of you. I hope you don't mind, Master Corin. You have a pony
He
more than a
has
horse.
pony.
And Caliban, although he has Sir Caliban, as
Philly.
he
I'm getting used to it as well.
although he has provided you with a mount, of course, your boar has been well rested and watered and fed. So if you'd rather just stick with that, that's fine. But he did get you one anyway.
Well, thank you, and I'll thank him when I see him.
Do I have one?
Oh yes. His exact words were he believes that you could transform, but it would be tiring on you. So you could go with a horse, and maybe you'd be able to talk to the horse. I don't know a lot about your skills, but yeah, that's what he said.
How the fuck does he know about your skills, Lily?
He has seen her turn into a snake.
I don't know. Maybe we should do turn into snakes. I mean, obviously not. I saw that. Someone wake me up in the morning. And I'm gonna go. Previously, I'd found a space under a set of stairs, and I'm gonna go back under there and meditate.
Yep,
Oh,
that
we've
is
got
fine.
this map out. I'm just gonna literally ask the nearest person. Loud. Does anyone know where Myanmar is, by the way?
A few people kind of stop and listen. No one seems like they all look thoughtful, but no one seems to recognize what it is you're talking about.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'm gonna go sit down and start writing in my journal, too.
Also, what you're looking for is Neritar.
That's fine. I'm rolling with the what I did.
That's fine. But yeah, if anyone is interested in the actual name, it is there in the chat for you, nice and easy. in case anyone wants to copy it down.
I will put that on my rumors and location spreadsheet.
You have a rumors and location spreadsheet. You guys are well
Lost.
protected.
Lost,
Well, one of us.
This is also true. But no, no one seems to have heard of Nemima or Nerita. No one knows what you're talking about. And while you guys
Fair
all
enough.
sleep, I'm assuming everyone's going to go just rest at some point during this. Unless
Oh
anyone...
yeah.
I'm gonna find
Oh, yeah.
myself some form of
I just wanted to find someone who might know about, I don't know, lost and found stuff. Not the roleplay, the
It was like-
actual.
I for 2 seconds was like, this
Yeah,
got
I was
meta.
Oh yeah, you guys get to meet Stacey at Lost and Found.
Mm.
Stacey's
Yay.
coming to Lost and Found, and she's playing one of her old D&D characters, which is going to be horrific.
Oh yeah, you get to meet one of my old D&D characters.
I love that you. It's good that you guys have met her in advance because you're not going to like her. I see.
Plays a D&D character at LARP.
Fuck you! So, for people at home who aren't aware, at Phil's LARP, he showed up at the very final game as Tobias. He was full on ranger gear, elven ears, bow and arrow, and
Annoyed that I had a bow and arrow.
he was
for some
angry
reason.
that he has a bow and arrow. And my first experience of it, he walked past complaining about the bow and arrow, and it didn't register with me. And then someone else called him Toby, and he went, I think you'll find it's Tobias. And I went, no! And it was like, it was the best thing. It was amazing. So thank you. That was a hilarious and amazing thing you did. Because I thought I was avoiding the trolling, and I did not avoid the trolling. But yes, on that point, if you guys are resting, we are going to
wasn't a
have a 5-minute break. So because my throat is going a bit, and I need some more water.
Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll go for a quick 5-minute break, and then we will be back after that for some more D&D and fun things. I'm going to mute myself in the chat for a second, and I will be back. See you soon, guys. Oh, I should probably put some music on for you as well. I will put some music on for you in the background. Alex, because you're not going to like her, I see.
Plays a D&D character a lot.
Fuck you! So, for people at home who aren't aware, at Phil's LARP, he showed up at the very final game as Tobias. He was full on ranger gear, elven ears, bow and arrow, and
Annoyed that I had a bow and arrow.
he was angry that he has a bow and arrow. And my first experience of it, he walked past complaining about the bow and arrow, and it didn't register with me. And then someone else called him Toby, and he went, I think you'll find it's Tobias. And I went, no! And it was like, it was the best thing. It was amazing. So thank you. That was a hilarious and amazing thing you did. 'Cause And I am back. Hello, beautiful people. I am about to unmute the things, and by things I of course mean the other people. They are not things, they are in fact amazing people. So, I will do that. Hope everyone's doing okay. It has been a good night, it's been an interesting night, and I'm interested to see where they go next. So on a point of it, I'm going to 3, 2, 1, and surprise unmute them. Hello, everybody.
Speaking of,
And all of that pales in comparison to Chris fucking Boar,
yeah,
What?
who he was the one thing that nearly made my pacifist character turn unpacifist. Chris Boar's abilities. Oh, this means this. No, I'm like, you actually this, and I'm like, no, you were trolling me like a massive bastard this entire event. James Boar's dad at Lost and Found.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, he was really funny.
The detective.
How's everyone doing? How are you all doing, guys? Hello?
I think we're all back but Q. Oh, Q's still muted. I don't know if he's... or not.
God damn it, Koo. I don't...
Glad.
No,
I think I was the only one who replied to your question too, god damn it. Except I was muted.
Welcome back. Throw it
Yeah.
back on the map.
Tried, it's okay.
You did a
Tried.
try.
An attempt was made.
Little gold star. I don't even think you tried, bro. There we go back to this map. Get you guys back. So yeah, it's going to be. So yeah, you guys all go to rest, which is 100% understandable. You've been through a bit of an ordeal. You've been left steeds, and you've been left information that you are wanted in El Chirel. Leosin has gone there. When during the night, each of you has a letter left near you. And I say near you because, Tobias is doing a meditate rather than a sleep.
Well, so am I, technically.
Oh, yeah, I suppose so. Yeah, I suppose you would be. Essentially, you're basically told when you get to El Chirel, you need to seek a man called Onthar Froome. Onthar Froome, who Leosin has gone to see. Onthar Froome. There we go.
oh well, I spelled it right. I'm the best.
Awesome. Because yeah, guessing names like
I got-
that's hard.
I got the first name right.
But yeah, basically go seek him because things are happening. That's where Leosin has gone. He's going to meet with him. And
So who's
film
left
him.
us this letter?
It's a mystery.
It was Governor Nighthill had basically walked around and dropped them. So if you opened your eyes from your meditation or whatever, he's not being subtle. He's doesn't think it's a big secret. He's just kind of going and putting them down beside each of you.
What? Why are you... We spoke like 15 minutes ago. Why are
Oh.
you secretly handing us mail?
I didn't want to disturb you. You were doing a thing. He looks very uncomfortable. Sorry.
Fine. No need to apologise. You've just made this message awkwardly weird. But there we go. Anyway, thank you.
Okay. He kind of wanders off.
Good talk.
Glad we had a chat. I take it next morning we can kind of regroup and go. So, were you all left a random letter by a man who was talking to us constantly last night, but then decided to hand 11 mail in the middle of the evening?
Hi.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I have a.
Yeah, it's... Despite saying good night to us before we all went our separate ways...
Did he tuck you in?
Well.
No, just you, Caliban.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well, I am a third after all.
Sir Callaghan got special treatment, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, we've got horses, we've got a river to follow. Shall we? I mean, that wasn't rhetorical, so I
Nope,
don't
let's
know
go.
why. Okay.
I wonder if... So, we found a few bets, but Do you think we should keep them, or do you think, you know, they might belong to some people here, and I don't want to be stealing people's stuff that's already been stolen. If I steal it from the cultists, then they stole it from someone else. Does that mean I'm even a worse stealer?
I mean, most of that treasure will have been looted from this town and nearby locations. So yeah, we are kind of profiteering.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, is anyone else gonna use it?
This entire village of destitute people who've had all their worldly goods stolen from them.
Exactly. So
Where's the man in charge? I'm gonna look for the man in charge.
Why does it have to be a bloke?
Because
he the
we've
man?
met him.
Well, how do you know he's a bloke?
This
Have you
isn't
looked in his pants?
because we've met him.
Have you looked in his pants?
Rhetorical. This isn't rhetorical about the patriarchy. The guy has introduced himself as the man in charge.
You ain't talking to me though. I said, have you looked in his pants? Because if you
I
have, I
mean,
want to know.
It was
That's
Caliban
something
who
I
got
ain't been
tucked in,
watching.
not me.
Look,
Okay,
I'm
the
just saying.
individual who apparently
I'm going
is
to
a
look for the individual in charge.
who appears outwardly to identify as a male gender.
I suppose that'll do. As something that can turn into many different things, I think it's very important.
But all of your many things are girl things, aren't they?
I don't know if you've been looking at my junk.
I don't know.
Mate, have you been looking at my junk?
Is
I
the-
think that's a question for Boris.
is
I'm
the-
just saying, just because I'm an horse and I ain't wearing pants doesn't mean you can go and have a gander.
I haven't been, but you would know what horse you're turning into. Is it a mare or is it a stallion?
Depends how I feel.
That's fine. No one said you had to be binary. Anyway,
What?
I'm so
What is
confused.
I'm currently looking at Sean's
Where-
camera, and Sean's camera is a few seconds delayed, and he's face palming, and it's kind of funny.
I
This went to a place it wasn't supposed to.
Someone just speak to the individual in charge and find out.
Boss
what's
man!
going on.
Where's the boss man?
Wait, boss person.
Boss man! Listen, don't start this again.
Governor Nighthill slowly approaches as everyone else kind of ushers him forward. He's not very good at this.
Alright. Listen, Governor, we found some items that may or may not have belonged to the town when it was pillaged, and I'll get out basically all the loot that we've got. Hang on, no, not all the loot that we got.
Just like-
5 rubies, string of pearls, gold and sapphire ring, bag of gems, the scale mail, even though we found that on the dragon, but I'll put it out there anyway. And 300 gold pieces.
He looks around at everyone. Does anyone recognize any of these things? I don't recognize any of them individually. Most of the stuff that was taken from us were things like silver dinner plates and the like, and there was a lot of gold taken, like gold pieces taken, but I wouldn't be able to point out individual items.
I imagine with the loss of life, it's probably not something you've done.
Well, how about...
Has anyone got a rough tarry of how much?
Oh, not yet. That is something that is on the agenda. But we were rebuilding houses and burying the dead that we can find, mostly.
And
But we
yeah,
are going to
as
do
I
it,
say, I
Harry.
wasn't suggesting it was a priority.
No, it will be one. It is on. It's on there. But
As the man who, as someone who knows the individuals in this town,
Wait, what?
how much do you think these people would generally have between them? I know the town is of a reasonable size, but how prosperous have you been in recent years?
not greatly, if I'm honest.
So 300 gold should cover it, right?
That would be incredibly helpful. Yeah.
Aye, there you go then. It's up 300 gold.
He quite happily takes it. Oh, thank you. This will help with the rebuilding.
Right, we'll be on our way.
Oh, they were doing that. I wandered
Ooh.
out into town.
Yeah, you did.
He's
And
pillaging.
stole a bunch of shit.
What are you up
I'm
to,
not
Corin?
Malron, damn it! I am looking
Probably
for an
gonna
armorer or a tailorer.
An armorer or a tailorer? If you ask around the people, they will direct you to this building up here. You actually came past it when you first came into town.
Hmm.
It is a tailor.
Oh, yeah, we did hear the ting ting tinging.
Yeah, this isn't the blacksmith. The blacksmith is elsewhere. This is specifically a tailor's shop. It looks relatively undamaged compared to some of the other things, but you know, kobolds don't necessarily see fabric as items of worth exactly.
I also like the fact that it sounds like our native bard mistook sword fights for the sound of a blacksmith. Oh, we heard ting ting ting. That was people fighting for that.
I'm pretty sure it was a blacksmith.
We had that too, because I remember people commenting on the fact that the blacksmith was still going during the battles.
He's dedicated.
Because
Hell of a dedicated worker.
that was a thing I did not remove from the soundtrack.
Oh, yeah, I'm just gonna push open the door and stroll in. See who's about.
As you walk in, there is an elderly-looking tiefling woman sweeping quite quickly. She looks up, pulls her glasses down slightly. Oh, we don't see many halflings around here. Can I help you with something?
Yes, you may. There are two things that I would like. The first, and I'm going to pull out the fancy +1 scale mail that we stole from the Dragonborn. Not Dragonborn, half dragon.
Yeah.
Place it in front of her. I'm just gonna say, would you be able to do anything with this, like remove a bunch of the scales and basically sew them into this cloak? And I'm gonna put up my purple and gold cloak.
Oh, interesting. Not like anything I've ever done before. He looks over your cloak. She looks over your cloak, even. Yes, this is thick enough to hold the scales. She kind of tinkers around with the scales. These are riveted in, which would mean if you can get someone to remove the scales, I will happily add them to the cloak for you.
Thank you. And the other thing was, I'm going to point out to the pony just outside. Could you make something to make that look a bit more reasonable, a bit more regal?
She looks out of the window, very confused. I've never exactly made barding or anything like that, but I suppose I could make it some kind of blanket that would match the colours of your cloak.
That would be perfect.
Purple with a gold
If
trim.
I do manage to get those scales, we could add some of that. Yes, perfect.
Well, there will be enough scales to cover your cloak, but there won't be much left over for anything else. You'll only have 2 or 3
That's
left. If you can get someone to remove the scales
Perfect,
from it,
actually.
then bring them back to me quickly.
You happen to know where there's a blacksmith in town?
I do indeed. If you go back to the market square, there is a U-shaped building here.
That's where I go next. I'm assuming by that point they've finished their conversations. They may have noticed that I'm missing,
Yeah, they probably have.
if they care.
Does anyone care much that Corian's missing?
No.
No.
He's
I
off
love this
on
party.
an adventure.
To be fair, I'm quite tall and he's quite short. It's no wonder I've probably missed him not being around.
You didn't
I
even
probably
know I
just
rode
haven't
her
looked
way
down in a while.
Okay then. What are the
It's
rest
gonna
of
be
the...
like Home Alone, isn't it? You're just gonna head out of town.
Just get out and leave it behind.
So long, sucker.
Well, we're literally ready to go, right? Because if we are
Mhm.
ready to go and
Not
you're not
quite.
here, then I'll attempt to find you.
While Corian's doing the thing, would anyone like to do anything particularly different? Is anyone doing anything in particular?
I'm gonna collect all that shit and then go and find it.
Okay.
2 seconds, sure.
Yep, no worries. In that case, if there's a pause there, Corian, I'll do your thing with the blacksmith.
Okay.
Okay. You don't even have to go inside to see the blacksmith. He is working on an anvil outdoors. Gruff-looking dwarf,
Sweet.
just to, kind of poke with the stereotypes.
I head on over, keep a good amount of distance from him because he's probably smelly, and place down the armor on the ground. Excuse me, sir?
He kind of straightens his back a bit. He's relatively tall for a dwarf, almost full human size. They are medium, but they are usually on the shorter side of medium. His back cracks several times as he stands up straight. Hey! What do you want?
Oh, you're one of them. Yes. Would you be able to get the scales off of this armor?
What do you mean by one of them?
Kind of nudge it forward with my foot.
Oi! What do you mean?
Oh, essentially, I want the scales off of this armor so I can use them for decoration for my cloak. Would you be able to remove the scales?
Oh, you just want the rivet snapped? Yeah, I could do that.
And would you be able to do it within the next hour or so?
There'll be a fee for the speed.
It's fine. Whatever it takes.
50
I'm gonna
gold.
get out my massive coin purse.
I get out my massive.
I hand over
coin
50
purse.
gold.
He looks you up and down.
I whip it out and flunk it on the table.
God damn it.
Yeah, okay, I've noted that down.
He looks you up and down, looks at the gold and goes, "Alright. This looks real enough. Yeah. Come back in an hour. Be gone."
Thank you very much. And I'll go and find everybody else.
He puts down the weapon he was working on and immediately begins snipping the scales away. Not a problem.
Sweet. Things are in motion.
Oh, thank you, Jamie Wolf, for the subscription. The subscription string continues tonight. Yeah.
5 months. Sure, it's not 5 days. Feels like such a short time, but
That was a
glad to
robot
be
Okay,
voice.
here
guys,
for
we
all
can't
of it.
leave town for about 3 hours.
Why?
Sounds ominous. What have you done?
That gets us nearly to lunchtime. We'd want to get a few hours under our belt, surely.
I have the blacksmith working on my armor, and then the tailor's got to work on my cloak and the barding for the pony.
What's the actual fuck?
And then we can go.
Getting a cloak for a pony?
Oh, barding for the pony. Barding for the bard's pony. Yes.
The bard needs barding for the pony.
Have you asked the pony if it's okay with you know being dressed up at all?
Doesn't speak much.
Have you tried?
Frankly, I don't think he's bred very well.
I don't think you're bred very well, but I ain't complaining.
Rather offensive. I'm a pedigree. I have you know.
Makes you sound like a dog.
So, you're inbred and kind of yeah, no, that makes sense.
Yes, like a show dog.
Wow.
Fancy dog.
Probably has a lot of health problems and is gonna die quite young. Right.
If I
That's
die on my
probably
adventure,
why
I
you're
die a
getting
hero.
the pony an outfit.
You don't wish to be rude, Lily, but you implying that his parents probably knew each other growing up quite well.
I implied it. I damn well said it.
Yes, well,
I could paint it on a wall, you know.
How far is it to the river? And I'm going to work out the map and try and sit there and work out how long it will take on horseback, even at pony speed. And basically, how far realistically can we get minus 3 hours by nightfall?
Realistically, it's going to.
survival? Do you want a survival or something?
No, you'll be able to. I mean, I'm going to say you can work this out pretty easily by
Okay.
But it's essentially you can figure out that on horseback, it's going to take the whole party about 6 days of travel. It's not a short journey still. It's a lot quicker than it would have been without the horses, though.
Okay.
But yeah, about 6 days. So the 3 hours lost is probably not going to be a massive deal to you because you're probably all going to end up camping at different points anyway.
Yeah, I'm not going to tell him that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know, Corin. It's 6 days on horseback as it is, and with that, well, what's done is done. If you've already handed over the money.
I have, unfortunately. They're at work already.
Well, you heard him, Canavan. Mayor, we're waiting for his pony's dress to be
Well, I'll go and get some provisions then for the journey.
Where you heading?
I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Mind if I tag along?
Sure.
Wait, is that sure you mind or sure I can tag along?
Yes.
Lily raises all of her eyebrows. I completely forgot the W. And just follows the dwarf anyway.
Sure.
Her eyebrows. Good. I'm glad she's raising her eyebrows. You don't want to dump them and like not raise them.
Raise them eyebrows.
I've got to raise those eyebrows, bro.
I am not their father, but I will raise those eyebrows.
I'll go to Governor friend. Where can I get feed for horses as well as rations for my pals?
Oh, there are some stables in the southwest of town. You'll know them when you see them. They're really quite obvious.
Very stable, like.
Sorry, did I
Yeah,
say
quite
southwest?
stable.
I meant northeast. I knew that.
Sure. Oh, one day this is gonna be mine. What? Oh, I know.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Alright.
Well, before they leave, I'm going to quickly go over to one of the people that I was talking to earlier, Sean.
Yep.
The third individual that I mentioned.
Yep.
And find out if they've got any rations for sale.
So it's essentially a quite young looking halfling, actually, considering everything else. She looks relatively sickly, but she is good with her planning and logistics.
Okay.
She essentially looks up at you and goes, not here, not that we don't need, but there are stores beginning to open again in town that might be able to help you.
Okay. Is there anything that you need while we're there?
No, I don't think so. Although, if you could potentially bring back some bandages for the infirmary, I know they're running relatively low. They've been ripping up bed sheets for a while now, and we're running out of those.
Okay.
Thank you for all your help.
Hang on, Caliban. I know where they should be roughly. I'm gonna follow you.
Alright, okay. Well, I'll follow you. You know where to go.
Well, I don't know where the horse stuff is. I know where the other ration stuff is.
Excellent.
So, if you want to go get the feed, I'll try and sort us out some food.
Aye.
What?
Just Corin's message.
Corin talking to Mia.
Mia's just rolling her eyes. So I'm pretty sure you don't even know what fletting is.
Women tend to just throw themselves at my feet, I suppose.
Yeah, because they trip over you.
Whoa now, shots fired.
Lily chuckle.
I walk away with a flourish of my cape.
So, for the sake of brevity, Sean, at the market,
Yeah.
can I buy bandages and rations?
Yeah. You can quite easily buy rations. They're not even expensive. 1 gold piece will get you enough to last you about 3 weeks. So
What, for one person?
for
all of
for
us?
each person.
Well, yeah, we 3 weeks for so if it's 3 weeks for one person, then that's all we need, really, isn't it? Plus, there's a stop on the way, right?
I am going to throw them a couple of extra just in case, just so that we've got enough in case something goes horribly wrong. How much for bandages?
Oh, you need medical supplies as well. You just quickly calculate some stuff. Oh, I know who you are. Oh, here, just take them. He kind of puts a bunch down and just kind of slides them across the table.
How much? Economies
1.
don't work if you take things out of it and don't put stuff back in.
Another gold piece. Another gold piece will cover these. That's fine.
I'll put down 10 in total for the food and for that.
Aw,
Thank you.
that's fair.
And then yeah, I'll head back and I'll get the medical supplies. I'll keep some for ourselves, but the majority of them I'll pass on the bandages to that individual. Does that make sense?
Yep, that's not a problem at all. So yeah.
As well as, although they've got some there, I will make sure that they have got a couple of, because I've bought a few sets of extra rations, a few there as well.
Okay, cool. So you give them some rations as well as some medical supplies.
Yep.
And they are stocking up. That's not a problem at all.
And that's me done.
Cool.
And the other stuff that I sent you
Oh yeah, yeah.
secretly. about how they all need to die. Wait, what?
God.
Seems legit.
Yeah, about right.
Knew it was going to happen eventually.
And Caliban is off for some feed for the horses.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually where all of your horses are currently staying. It is right up here, if you can see it on the map, far northeast. But there's, no issues getting there. People are rebuilding. People are kind of trying to start up their everyday lives again. And as you get up to the stables, there's a bunch of people. There's a load of horses, and there's people leading them in and out. There's people that are riding in and out of town. It looks like the town is starting to get actual traffic again.
Yay, victory.
True heroes.
So yeah. Who's feeding the pony? God damn it, Raddy. But yeah. Would you like to? There's people. There is quite a lot of hustle and bustle going on here. People going in and out.
Of the stables.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just rock in and be like, "Who owns this place? Who owns it? Where's the boss? Boss man, or a woman? Boss person."
Every single pony.
And oh yeah, I forgot Lily was with you.
I greet every pony.
Most of them look at you very confused. One of them starts.
So,
Oh, what?
Wait, it's one of the ponies in charge.
They're like neighing.
This has blown my mind.
It's all too much.
One of the stallions looks you up and down a bit knowingly, Lily.
Oh God.
we get each other.
he remembers you from that one night, so long ago.
No, he doesn't.
You are running really dangerously, considering the fact that she knows where you sleep
Yeah, she does.
and has access to that room.
Yeah, that is true. So as we move along quickly, there is a elderly gentleman that comes out. Yeah, has someone been asking for me?
Are you the boss? Boss man.
Oh yes, this is our
Right.
family business. Yes.
Alright, Paul. Could I get some feed for some horses? We got, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 horses for a week.
Oh, you're the you're the ones that the monk paid for, yes?
Aye. Sir
Oh.
Caliban and his motley crew. Quicker would be better.
I'm changing all of the advertising to Sir Caliban and his motley crew now.
What is that our new team name? I will accept that.
That's the new team name. You don't have to worry about that. You have 2 weeks of feed already included in what he paid us.
Oh, well, that guy's efficient. And it was completely pointless me coming here, apart from collecting the horses. So let's do that, and I'll be off. Okay, bye.
he leads out the 5 horses for you to take with you. They are actually pretty strong, good horses, and each of them has a couple of saddlebags that are already full of feed and a few provisions for the horses specifically. And they've both got 2 empty saddlebags on them as well, just in case you have other things you need them to carry.
Excellent.
So yeah, you have
Leave
5
it
horses.
easy to ask the horses if they're all comfortable.
I'll take the horses to the keep.
The horses all are very confused, Lily, but eventually one of them goes, This is literally what we do.
That was unexpected.
Does it say this in common?
No, it's
Or
doing
is it
this.
just Lily?
This is in
I'm
Druidic
just
Cant.
talking to them. I genuinely can't understand them.
Oh,
Oh, I thought you were speaking Druidic Cant to them. My bad. In that case, no. They don't respond.
No, druids can't talk to them unless they have that specific skill.
Okay, my bad. Ignore that
Or
then.
the spell.
Yeah.
Or the spell, yeah.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Oh, Katie Mo, thank you for the host. Yes, no, that's fine.
You found another druid that just moonlights as a horse.
That would be amazing.
It's like shit, I've been rumbled. Wait, what?
It just starts speaking in druid. Sup, bro? What you doing? Oh, dear.
So yeah, that's not a problem. The horses follow you back to the keep. Corin, back to you.
I go back to the blacksmith.
They're all waiting on bloody.
Yeah, while they're doing that, Corin, the blacksmith basically hands you a shitload of scales, but the actual leather armor that it was attached to is nowhere to be found.
Okay with this.
Oh, okay.
I collect them all and start heading over to the tailor.
Yep, not a problem. Pretty much as soon as you walk in, she seems quite excited. Right, to get these attached to that cloak, I'm going to need to use incredibly strong threads. Not stuff I normally would use on everyday occurrences, so it's going to not be cheap.
It's fine. Money's not an issue for me. The speed would be, though. How long do you think it would take you?
She looks back over the counter for a moment at a pile of fabric. I could put you to the top of the queue. That would mean that I would be done about an hour.
Oh, that's actually much better than I thought.
For 200
That's
gold.
fine. How much do I owe you? Okay. I will throw down 220 gold. That evens me off.
She nods, takes your cloak from you and the scales. She also, you can see her taking out some fabric which almost exactly matches your purple cloak in both texture and colour. And long bits of gold bias binding, ready to make some barding for your horse also.
Fucking awesome. I will stay and sing and watch her and inspire her. Fuck it, I'm giving her bard inspiration.
Roll me a performance check.
This is a thing. 25.
Although she said the work was going to take her an hour, she manages to complete it in half an hour as your speed of singing actually increases her speed of stitching. She manages
She
to...
wants to get you the fuck out.
Yeah, she does.
She then... Not,
This
she,
is Corin's specialty.
she walks past you out into the front, drapes the fabric over the horse, cuts around a saddle, stitches it all in place. The horse's saddle is now attached to the barding. It is now part of what the horse will be carrying, weighs virtually nothing for the horse, and is beautiful. It does not have many scales on it, as most of it was used for your cloak, but just above the gold trim, all the way along both sides at the bottom, there is a lovely hem of dragon scale.
Fucking awesome.
And you
I
have...
put on the cloak, I cast minor illusion, and I make myself glow.
You look magnificent, Master Corin, she tells you.
Yes, you did magnificent. Thank you very much. I'm going to throw down another 30 gold and I'm going to go on my way. Meet up with the others.
Okay.
Be riding over to them, minor illusion constantly being casted and making me and my horse glow as I make
You
my
and
way
your
there.
hose.
You and your host.
Right,
I can't speak tonight. I don't know what's up with me. I'm glad I haven't actually had to do performances with you.
But yeah,
Yeah,
Corin
sure,
essentially, the pony, I should say, it could strut. It is literally prancing its way along, looking like a professional dressage horse.
I'm going to regret this, so it is the prancing pony.
It is the prancing pony. Yeah, it is.
It's even got a hobbit on it. I mean,
Peter Jackson bites into a carrot just outside the keep, and everything is great. But yeah, Corin basically shows up with him and his pony glowing and looking absolutely magnificent. All of the regular folk in the keep are blown away. They all stop what they're doing and just basically stare at you, Corin.
Are we ready to go, everyone? I certainly am.
Bill, I'm glad you are.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Can I have a word?
Okay.
Oh, Tony and me, I want to have a word.
Can I throw a rock at Caliban?
The next time that you cast a fire spell,
Yeah.
wouldn't it be really awful if that cloak was somewhere within range?
It would be absolutely devastating.
It would be devastating. Just wanted to put that. Anyway,
I'll have to make sure I aim very carefully.
did, you know, it would be horrifying.
Mm.
Are you actually ready to go now, Cora?
Yes, indeed. Lead the way and I follow.
Got
Just
Sunday,
before we go,
right?
I need to go and do some more shit. No.
Shopping episode, let's do it.
We've kind of done it, unless someone's going to buy something else.
Nope.
No, so I get the impression that we all saddle up.
Unless we
I
want to
will
go to an
polite-
apothecary.
Well, you could have said that about 3 hours ago.
They didn't have one?
I don't think they had anything in the way of potions or anything, did they? We did
Eh.
ask previously.
No, sadly they
Okay.
didn't.
Okay, I didn't hear that. But never mind. We're good to go.
And again, it may have only been yesterday, but it seems like a month ago.
I seem like I've had many sleeps since.
Yeah. Well, I almost feel that you should be leading us out of the village, Corin, with your horse and yourself.
Badly.
So politely dressed.
Don't we give them a show too? I'm
Lead
just
the way.
rolling with it. I'm gonna throw back the cloak so it catches the light. I'm gonna cast haste on my horse, and we are gonna ride the fuck out of there.
Well, at least he'll draw any fire
That
that
was
we managed to
kind of
come
my plan.
across.
He's actually screaming human target right now. Okay, halfling target, but
Mm-hmm.
I am now the shiniest halfling in all the land.
What kind of armor can hobbits, can halflings wear? Out of question.
In bards,
Yeah, what kind of, yeah,
halfling doesn't really matter to it.
I suppose, yeah.
I
Bards,
can wear medium armor and light armor, not heavy armor.
Okay. Did you have armor on before this?
It's gonna weigh me down and kill me at some point.
No. Were you? What were you wearing before this? What armor were you wearing?
I studded leather.
Give me a second. Oh yeah, so yeah, okay. You are now wearing scale mail. You have an extra 2 AC now.
Oh shit!
As long as you're wearing your cloak. If you take your cloak off, you're fucked.
Fucking awesome.
You also currently have disadvantage on stealth rolls because it is scale. It is jingly as shit.
I'm okay with this.
You also currently have resistance to fire.
Nice.
Not that anyone
Well,
else
there
knows
goes that fine.
that.
Resistance doesn't mean immunity.
yes.
True.
That is true. That is true. But yes, okay, people are setting off. I will jump up to the ginormous map. And we'll see everyone's internet slow down for a little while. Oh no, it loaded pretty quickly for me this time. I guess they just needed it in
Same.
cookies.
Yeah, it's just cached. Yeah.
So, but this is the wrong music now. I don't like this. Go away, music. I need riding music.
There's a lot of dogs on this journey.
I was gonna say this is weird. Why is that? There we go. Let's go for a nighttime forest theme.
Oh god.
There
But
we
we're
go.
avoiding the forest.
Look, just okay. Okay.
I'm not.
No.
We'll
John?
head to the river and you just go 90 degrees off to the north. Yeah.
Bye, guys. Vroom. And then he was gone. What is happening with your boar? Are you riding the boar, or are you riding the horse and the boar's coming alongside? Is the boar staying in
Yes,
greenish?
that. I'm riding the horse, but the boar will be carrying the majority of, like, the party loot, basically.
Fair enough. That's fair enough. He is a pack boar at the moment, so that's fine. You ride east from Greenest and then start heading up the river. There are a few points where there are some people who you decide to avoid, just because it's difficult to tell from a distance who's friend and who's foe. You've passed a few caravans come and go, and I'm actually going to call it there. No, I'm not. I lie. Screw it. I'm gonna, if everyone's okay with it, if anyone doesn't want to do anything, I'm gonna say you basically, because of your horse's speed, you make it to El Chirel without any real difficulty.
Okay.
But it is going to take you the full 6 days, so it is almost a week that you've been travelling. I don't normally like skipping stuff, but just because I like role-playing opportunities. But
And there's something suspicious that you're going to throw it.
there is.
Or is
You're
that
remembering
happening?
very carefully. No, I promise you, it's nothing to do with this. There is going to be, after this session, I'm going to be, well, sometime between now and the next session, I'm going to be putting a thing up in the group to discuss about how we proceed with a certain thing. We may be taking a detour into another story. Only a small one. Only a small one, but it's it'll be fun. Although I do believe that the first thing Phil said was Ravenloft or bust. So
Well, fuck.
it's like, hey, one party's finished with Ravenloft. Oh, the other ones have gone into Ravenloft. Fuck you all. Flips table. At least I have the materials prepared, I suppose. But no, essentially you're going to ride to El Chirel, no problems whatsoever. You avoid danger along the way.
There's no cloaks, accidentally falls and fires or anything like that.
Nothing.
Damn it.
No need yet.
With my disadvantage to stealth, I'm also glowing the entire ride there.
Of course you fucking
Just
are.
so we know.
We are genuinely letting you ride a good 50 feet in front of us at all times.
At least.
It works for me.
Do you know what the funny thing is? It actually does kind of work. There's a few instances where you guys can see horses riding towards you at a distance, but they seem to veer off. Almost as if
Because I'm blinding them.
they're more believing that anyone who is dumb enough to be glowing like that must be a fucking badass. So they're pretty put
Oh my
off.
god.
Little do they know.
It's very much that if someone's going to show how OP they are, they're either really OP or really dumb, and no one's that dumb.
Exactly. So you've essentially had a few bands of bandits that are heading towards you, and then go, oh shit, maybe not. And I like veering off and going, nah, do you know what? It's not worth it. Might be a problem, might not be, but it's probably not worth the risk. And you guys do. After about 6 days of travel, you managed to make it to El Chirel. You've rested several times along the way, so you're all fully healed up and everything. Your horses have included bedrolls
You're level
and
12.
yeah.
Surprise, motherfucker.
You will actually be able to level up to level 7 before the next
Oh, shit.
thing, because you have Dragon Hatchery, and that's when I plan to level you guys up again.
Decisions.
So yeah, after this session you'll be able to level up to level 7, but you are not level 7 quite yet. So yeah.
Wreck scrub.
So yeah, you make it to El Chirel, no issues. You ride in pretty much. You kind of camp not far from it, making sure that you're not approaching during the night, because that is always a bit iffy. And when you do, there is a slight guarded presence on the gates, but you're let in without much of an issue. You're questioned a little bit. They look over you, and that is the wrong thing. That is going to play a really weird thing. No, don't play the dragon noises. Please don't play the dragon noises. Stop doing the thing.
Definitely play the dragon noises. There we go. Nailed it.
There we go.
Shut up, thing. Familiar sounding town. But yes, they you enter into the town. They let you through. It is a pretty bustling town. It's a orderly city overlooking the river. There's a lot of merchants and river traders here, so there's a lot of potential to shop if there is a thing you want to do. There is also, however, in the very centre of the town, there is a magical light hovering about 100 feet up that bathes the entire city in a faint daylight spell. It is dangerous to any undead that come near, and people are actually boasting about it around you as you come in. Essentially, everywhere in this local area, you can see El Chirel. It would have looked like a moon in a distance, and you get a, this is no moon. But yeah, the entire town glows night and day. It's basically
You're bad, and you should feel bad.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, so you enter into the town, no issues, people let you through, and yeah, by all means.
We're meeting these fruit.
You were not given an actual meeting place.
It was just literally town, wasn't it?
Just said at town.
At town.
We need to speak to an Ontharth through Minter at this town.
Right.
Where would we find it?
Tavern.
Sounds good to me.
I mean, it's not the worst suggestion that anyone's ever. But apparently it is the last one that's anyone going to make it.
Well, I thought we'd all agreed on it, so I figured we'd go for it. Tavern?
Well, yeah, where?
Okay, I look around for a tavern. Do I see
There
a
you go.
tavern?
Not at first glance, no. There is a lot of people, and there are a lot of big buildings with a lot of people going in and out. It's very difficult to discern in a big town like this.
I roll my survival instincts to find a tavern.
Oh my god.
Because you're dying for a drink?
I am dying
Lol.
for a drink.
In a place like this, where it is predominantly done by river trade rather than by roads, as you've come,
He's suggesting you head to the docks.
you get the feeling that the docks is probably a good way to go.
Alright.
Docks it is.
Do I figure out where the docks are?
Oh yeah, it's pretty easy. I mean, you guys followed the river basically into town, so kind of head slightly south in town and you'll find the river eventually. And the town is basically built against the river, with the docks and the comings and goings of the river barges being its main import-export direction. And a tavern is pretty obvious there. There is a large open tavern called the Mermaid's Shells.
Oh no. Yeah, why?
Well, I could do it.
Shall we go in then?
I was waiting for someone to do the thing.
I mean,
I walk in the damn tavern!
We should probably find somewhere.
Oh my god, guys, come on.
Leave the horses, alright? I'll sort that out.
And Caliban takes the horses to find the stables.
Yeah. Oh, just the first random person in the street. You! Where are the stables?
Oh my god, asking directions! This is a new thing that no one else has thought of tonight.
I've only just entered the tavern, you haven't told me what's in it.
I didn't even hear you enter the tavern yet, so my bad. Give me a second, I'll be right with you.
she did quite
My bad.
prominently state.
When everyone was shouting at the time, I didn't know who was saying what. So yes,
Let me get a drink.
you do enter the tavern. There is a very obvious bar. The people in here look far less than savoury. It's a bit grim. And all of the glasses that people are drinking out of seem to be somewhat dirty. There is a grizzled man behind the bar, incredibly muscular, with a very short, well-kept grey beard, spiky white hair, cleaning a glass. And he is happy to serve you drinks, if that's what you want.
Okay. I go up to the bar. Is anybody followed me in here?
I'm going with Caliban.
Said no. Right. Stranger
Uh,
walks into a...
Mia, where are you right now? Tobias, where are you right now?
I followed Lily into the tavern.
Cool.
Yes.
So you got a Mia with you.
Friends, I'm not drinking alone.
Corin has followed Caliban, and I'm not sure where Tobias is right now.
I head up to the bar, devoid of the other elf, and I take the tiefling instead. And I ask the barman for a beverage.
What kind of beverage you want?
What's going around? What's good?
Me, I stick with very common things. Here, ale. Easy thing, go down well.
Works. You know this guy. I'm looking for what's his name?
Ontha Froome.
I'm looking for him.
Oh, yes. Unthar, very well known in town. He a very stout dwarf. You will know him by his armor. It has a large silver hand imprint on chest.
Silver and imprint on chest.
Yes, what are they called? Metal gauntlets. He has a large silver gauntlet on chest, and both of his actual gauntlets are bright silver also. Different color to the rest of armor.
Aye.
Did you say gauntlet?
Yes!
Any chances at the order of the gauntlet?
I don't know what this is, but yes, you will recognize that is the symbol of the Order of the Gauntlet. And once he's described, you will probably recognize him as he would have been mentioned to you in the past. Upon your joining, he is one of the bigwigs around the Order. He is quite important and quite powerful as a paladin.
Right. Well, I guess we know where to find him then.
Did he say where he was? Sorry,
No, he did not.
No? Oh, okay, I was thinking, did I break up again?
No, you
No,
asked.
you didn't.
You asked if he knew
But
him.
you said he was a paladin, so I assumed you could find him in some sort of religious establishment.
That's a fair That's a fair assumption. It's a possible assumption, but you have not actually asked where he is or anything. You just asked if you knew him.
That was a good guess.
All right. I did say I was looking for him.
Yeah, and he said, "Yeah, no, you won't find him."
Well, yeah.
Oh,
That's why I'm looking for him.
oh, you will find. Oh, I do not like it, but he's in other tavern, different tavern in town.
Ah, I see. Competition, eh?
Ugh.
I drink my ale.
Yes, they are more up themselves than we are here. But
Ah,
if it is him you seek, then he gathers with some other friends with same symbol in the Black Antler in town.
aight. Suppose we could head there. How much for this?
That one is 20 copper.
I flip him 20 copper and I down the rest of my ale and I go.
Oh. Poor dude.
he's charging in coppers, which is more normal. And she heads off, I guess. And yes, so I'll jump back to Caliban now. Caliban, first person you find, relatively scruffy young man,
Hey.
points you directly to some stables. He's literally like, oh, you go down that road, take a right. Really easy to find.
Excellent. Thank you, pal. I'll go that way and on the right then.
And yeah, you find some stables. They are much bigger than the ones you saw in Greenest, and there are all the horses in here range from half dead skinny things up to what look to be royal horses.
Oh shit. I'll rock in up to the stable and go, boss man! Or woman! Sorry, I've got to be more that.
Hey, you tried.
Boss man! Boss man!
You tried.
As you shout "boss man" several times, all of the stable hands turn and look at you and kind of start giggling. Literally every worker here is a female, and the
Boss
person,
lady!
the person who steps into the room from just outside the back door of the long stables is a rather stern-looking elven woman with long black hair. Yes, what is it you want?
Alright. Hello. Where's my accent gone? Hello, my lady. Oh, hello. Elf lady. I'd like to leave my here. Me and my motley crew might be staying a wee while.
I see. And you would like to store these beasts here?
Aye.
That'll be no problem. But we have the best of services. Horses shall be fed, they shall be cleaned, and we even re-shoe them if necessary. All for the cost
excellent.
of... She calculates quickly. For 5 horses, it'll be 1 gold per day.
Excellent. Here's 50 gold.
Fucking hell.
She looks down at the coins. Are you planning on staying here for that long?
That's just more just in case. If I come back and get them, then you can, give me back money.
Yes. That's how this works, she says, putting it into a coin purse.
Refund.
I'll definitely be back.
We will make sure to take very good care of your horses while you are
Excellent.
gone. What are you doing with your boar?
I'll just...
Has
No,
he-
I'll just get rid of it. I'll carry the pilot myself and get rid of it.
Fair?
I will unsummon my boar.
Behead it.
I mean, that's 2 very different things. Unsummon versus...
Yeah, I can. I can. Just make sure I can. Yeah, I'll just unsummon it.
I'll kill it and bring it back later, it's fine.
Yeah, sure. Exactly, yeah.
But yeah,
Then
you
next
can
time we get bacon.
kill it, eat it, and then resummon a new one. Oh my god.
Magic celestial bacon.
Oh, see Celestial Boar.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing. But yeah, so he vanishes.
Cool. And then I will go back to the tavern. The only tavern I know about.
When you get back there, no one is there.
Excellent. Some peace and quiet at last. I'll go there and I'll just get a drink and sit down and chill out.
Because they didn't say they were going to go to the other one, so when obviously Lily is saying she has now,
Yeah.
when they step outside, I'll go, I take it he's not in there.
No, but we know where to find him.
Where I imagine the others are going to come back here.
There's another tavern further in town called Black Antler.
Do you know where that is, or is it just the name you've been given so far?
He only gave us a name. He only
Okay.
gave us a name, right?
I mean, publicans are very unlikely to give you directions to their direct competition. I'll wait for Corin and Caliban to come back, and we'll join you there.
Okay, right.
Okay.
In that
So
case,
those
I
two
won't go
can
in
then
the
bubble
tavern.
off and look for the town, the other tavern, and when the other two come back, I'll explain where Lily and Mira have gone. But I will then openly admit that we don't know where the other one is. But I recommend we head more to the market district than possibly elsewhere.
Yeah, there is a pretty large.
Sounds like a
Again,
likely
Caliban,
idea.
that's not a rhetorical question.
Sure.
Corin, agreed?
Yes, sounds like a plan.
So I imagine we're some distance behind them, but we will head into a slightly more prosperous area of the town and inquire as to where the Black Antler is.
You're directed pretty much to the central square of town. The Black Antler is
Cool.
really, really well known.
But I imagine, yes, that the ladies will be there first.
Yes, they will have gotten there first. And
Because I'll have to wait for the other guys. I'll have to wait for the other guys to come back, and then we'll follow. So, yeah.
Okie dokie. So, Mia and Lily, you, after asking around a little bit, arrive at the other tavern as you are directed there. Because, yeah, the barkeep did not give you directions, but did let you know of the name, which is enough for you to find your way there. It is fancy.
Sweet.
It is large. It is beautiful. It is set out in a U shape. You go in straight into the middle, and it is raucous. There are people everywhere. There are different bards at different sides of this place playing different music, and yet they don't seem to overlap. That's how big this building is.
Well, this is a place. Is Mia still with me?
It's up to Mia.
I believe she is, yeah.
Mia? Mia?
Sorry, no one was speaking. Everything was silent.
Sorry. I was asking if you were still with me.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'm here.
Okay, good. Panic over. Buddy has left me.
No, I'm right here next to you. Don't worry.
Well, that's a bit of a big place.
It's certainly different from the one by the dock.
I head for the nearest bar.
Yes, unlike the last place, the bar here is really long, and there are tons of people behind it. There are lots of different servers, and the amount of casks behind the bar of various ales, wines, it is absolutely breathtaking. The last place you would have seen something anywhere remotely this good would have been way back when you were in Neverwinter, back in the day. For the people that were there, I guess, before you all met up. There are several women behind the bar here. The place that you have approached. There are about 4 of them, all serving different customers.
I guess we wait our turn then.
Mm.
Don't much like it.
Why would that be?
It's a bit loud, don't you think? You could barely swing an halfling in here.
And so,
Next time you see Corin, try it, please.
That'd be hilarious. Can you imagine him go around in circles? You're like, ah! It'd be funny.
Yes, hello, can I help? Is there anything you need?
Yeah, I'm looking for... What's his name, Nia?
Arthur Froome.
That guy.
Yes.
Oh, he only usually lets specific people into his private quarters.
You're breaking up.
He only lets specific people into his private quarters. The ones that usually approach have some kind of medallion. And Mia, she's probably talking about one that you have currently.
I was just gonna say, it's like, I have one of those, I think.
You do. It has the
I
symbol.
do.
It is.
We're here for the orgy.
Shh! Don't step in on my phone.
This is where we all drop the medallions in the bowl.
Ugh.
Excellent. So, okay.
I don't know why I'm reacting badly. Beldark fucked a horse one time, so I'm not even. That was my half-orc barbarian, and it's a really long story. But yeah, I can't react to anything negatively in D&D anymore. So yeah.
Everything is fine. So, okay. I'll reach into the pocket of my robes and pull out the medallion, the Order of the Gauntlets. Is this what?
The woman, out of everything, pulls something from behind the bar. It seems to be a very small horn, and blows on it. It cuts across the bar. Everyone goes silent for a moment, and then a young man with bright ginger hair comes scuttering out of a side room, pushing aside.
Ed Sheeran!
Yeah.
Compliment, get rid of him.
Do you know what? It's Ed Sheeran as he looks in Game of Thrones in his like.
I was going to say Jamie, but sure.
That's who I was imagining. I was picturing Jamie. But yes. So yeah.
Aren't we all at some point or another?
I'll be in my bunk. I mean, what? Yes. He comes stuttering over and basically bows his head slightly. Oh, hello. I'm Master's Squire. Do you want me to take you through?
Yeah.
All right, come on then. He kind of leads you towards the room that he came out of. He moves a drapery out of the way and unlocks the door, pushes it open, and within there is a large dwarf laughing his head off. It's fully paladined up, like serious armor here. We're talking like basically medieval ultramarine going on here. And the monk Leosin is sitting with him, kind of just smiling politely, I guess. And there's a table in front of him with a bunch of pitchers of wine. Various different colours and types.
Well, this looks like fun.
Tell me about it. I have no idea what I'm getting into.
And this will
Right.
probably be at the time that the rest of the party kind of arrives as well. But they won't be in this room.
Yeah.
Oh! Who are you?
Is he in?
Yeah, so you made it into
Can you see
the...
either of
You can just about, as you're arriving, see them kind of wandering into a side room with a ginger man in heavy armour.
Why is that ginger fellow with them?
Reasons.
Got a problem with ginger men.
Hey,
No,
I'm
it's
Ginger. What's your problem with gingers? What?
Anywho.
Do you say we saw them
friends.
wander off to a side room?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, Christ.
You guys
Okay.
head ahead. I'll get us some drinks on the way. I'm just gonna go
I
order some
am
nice wine at the bar.
I'm gonna follow Caliban.
Okay.
And when we're close, I imagine before he crashes through the door. Is the door still open? Can they technically see us from where we are? Or
No, they have locked the
do
door
they get
behind them.
shut in for him? Okay. I will try to sidestep him and politely
What?
What? No, who are you?
associate of the young ladies that have just joined your room.
Oh, look at that.
I
He
believe-
called me a lady.
You can't hear him.
I believe. What's the guy?
Sorry, what? You're breaking up quite a lot.
Sean. Pardon?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you. You were breaking
He
up
said he
quite
was
a lot.
breaking up. He's. Oh,
The person that I'm speaking to. How are they adorned?
He's wearing a similar style of armor, but much, it looks too big on him almost. It's quite thick, heavy plate armor with a silver gauntlet in the middle, upright.
So the gauntlet is visible.
Oh yeah, it's literally part of his armor.
Right. I don't actually know if she did or not, but I do know that the only person who was speaking to our Apple merchant friend was me. Can you advise the lady Mia that her associates are here? Tobe, Caliban, and
And Corin
The other
approaches with 2 pitchers of wine.
I got him to say it!
He unlocks the door and steps back. He doesn't quite let you in yet, but he says,
oh, and I'm making no attempt to enter. It's very much. Can you advise her that
I'm sorry to interrupt,
her
but
other associates are finally caught up?
these gentlemen say they're with you, ladies?
Unfortunately.
I peek my head outside and said, yeah, they're with us.
He steps out of the way and lets the 3 of you in. And Corin, as you step in, you can see that there are about 4 times as many pitchers on the table as you're currently carrying.
good shit.
Nice of you lads to join us.
Keep them
I
to myself.
did wait
then,
for the other
Sigma.
gentleman to return from the stable. So,
Sadly,
this
that's too-
awkwardly looks like we've joined a private conversation.
Well, it's just about to
Fine.
start. Welcome in.
I wasn't expecting quite so many of you. I was only really expecting, well, actually, I was expecting the 3 of you. I don't know 2 of these.
What?
But he looks at Mia.
Excuse me?
Well, I know Mia. Mia's, well, I haven't met her, but heard of her. And he holds out a silver gauntleted hand to you, Mia.
I take his hand.
Yeah, no,
Who are the other
Hello.
2 that you're expecting?
I was expecting you, and I was expecting Caliban here. But I don't know the other ones. Who are you?
Right.
Which one is he looking at?
Lily and Corin.
Oh, you'll have certainly heard of me too. I am Corin the
No,
Magnificent.
no.
I'm sorry, I ain't heard of you, mate. Not a word.
Ah, you don't seem to be the type to read books, to be fair. I'll reach out to shake his hand.
He looks down at your hand and does not take it.
Did you say that the monk was in the room?
Yeah, Leo said he sat at the table with his arms crossed. He's kind of smiling amusingly.
He's not wearing a massive, bloody great big silver gauntlet thing on the front of his chest, is he?
No, he is not. He, as far as you can tell, and from now and the last time you saw him, he doesn't seem to have a symbol on visibly anywhere.
I'm going to politely walk around the table while this shenanigans is going on behind, and actually walk up to him and go, "So what's your role in all of?"
Without saying a word, he kind of scoops his finger under the neck hem of his robes and pulls out his own medallion, which is a crescent moon pointing upwards with a heart being held by the 2
Of
points.
course it is. At which point I will reach inside my own tunic and
This is getting weird, guys.
the other
Secret
and
clubs.
yeah. Underneath my collar, I will turn that over, and there is the one that I got given by my delightful religious colleague back in town.
Yep, he is indeed a harper.
Do
The
I know
sister-
this?
The duplicitous sister friend. All you're seeing is basically me adjust my clothes in front of him.
Yeah,
It's probably weird into itself, but
Um,
other than
Weird at all.
essentially what you see is a guy shows him his necklace and then Toby just kind of adjusts his collar slightly. You can't tell much at all.
it's literally it's literally the collar of my shirt I will lift, and kind of it's almost like if adjusting a cravat, and that's pretty much all I'll do.
Damn it.
So yeah, you won't really notice anything massively out of the ordinary. However, yeah, essentially, he tucks that back into his shirt and bows his head. I actually was not aware that you were a member.
Recent. A recent addition to the collective.
Very good to know.
I met one of your number, a delightful sister up north from here.
Oh, Sister Garael. Yes. Very good at her job, but not the best of people.
Oh, I don't know. She had a moment. So, okay, that's your part in all of this. What's... I'm going to turn to the room in general and just go... Does somebody have... Who has the floor?
Well, if you don't mind, I'll like to talk. The paladin kind of stands up to his full height. He's wearing a long cloak of fur tucked into his massive armor, and he unhooks a sword belt, laying his massive two-handed sword against the wall slightly. Well,
I'll take a seat next to the monk.
I will attempt to steal this. No, I'm joking.
Don't steal the sword.
essentially, you lot, you know about as much as we do at present. And we're looking for a few reports. We're looking to see what's going on. We're looking to give you as much information as we can to get back as much information for you as you got.
About what exactly?
About
I'm
the
imagining this is about dragons.
Yeah, about the lot that are collecting, that are stealing from pretty much every town in the area. They seem to keep a step ahead of all of us.
So it ain't about dragons.
Well, the lot that we're looking at worship dragons. I believe you had a run-in with a blue one lately. We know that much.
Yeah, once or twice.
Well, something rotten's going on here.
So just to clarify, Lily, it is about dragons.
Well, it ain't. It's about people stealing stuff.
4 dragons.
But it ain't the dragons stealing stuff.
I think what he's saying is it's related to dragons, even if you don't think it's directly about the dragons. So
The root cause of this is dragons.
dragons.
I think the root cause of
Anyway.
this, someone talking before he should.
Right.
We're all
Are
friends
you?
here.
I'm
Well,
sorry.
ish.
Right. Let me take this on again. Let me try this with you all. We're trying to organise here. We're trying to get some of these factions to work together to start working against whoever these are. They've been hitting towns all around the Sword Coast, and we are not happy with it.
Same.
There.
Well, what we found
Yes,
out
in
essentially
fact.
is that they are shipping large amounts of presents, shall we say, to someone up north, but we don't know who.
How are they shipping them there?
Not 100% sure, but we've seen a lot of caravans coming and going that aren't stopping anywhere and aren't asking for any provisions.
So you don't police your caravans as they come in and out?
We do. They haven't been coming in anywhere that we've got policing happening. None of them have come through any of the main towns.
These individuals, and I'll point to the room, are from a number of collectives of what could be concerned, quote unquote, concerned citizens. They are not necessarily the law drawn order of any particular town or city. However, they generally, for the better part, share a common interest that they don't like to see things completely go to shit. So saying that it is it's probably not their job to do X, Y, and Z. They're just trying to solve this now.
I never said it was anyone's job to do anything.
Your exact words were, "Did you not check the caravans? Have you not got people policing them?"
I asked, do they not have? As in, does the
And-
city not have?
These people
That's
aren't
a simple
necessarily. These people are not necessarily representatives of the city.
So they wouldn't know if their militia in this city are policing caravans coming in and out.
They might.
That's what I'm asking.
That wasn't how you phrased your question.
No,
You
it-
made it
Exactly
implied
how I
that it was-
phrased my question.
Well, I've got to be
I'm gonna
honest. It
pour out a
sounded.
goblet of wine for each of them and hand it to each of them.
Oh, they both take them quite happily. I've got to be honest. It sounded a little bit accusatory when you said it.
I'm just asking.
She spends most of her time as a horse.
I'm
I
assuming.
don't think she quite enjoys talk.
I'm just
Right.
assuming if you've got enough organisational skills to attempt to summon people from further away to come and help you with an issue, then you've probably investigated some of the issue in some format, and I'd like to know what you found out.
That's kind of why he said he'd gathered us here.
That's literally what we're doing, isn't it? We've just given you a bunch of
That's why
information.
I'm asking.
I-
Oh, God.
I genuinely think that you have just asked him to do what he said he was going to do.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm
literally.
asking the questions that I want to know. Why is that such a bad thing?
He clicks his fingers and you go silent. You can move your mouth, but nothing comes
Oh,
I counterspell.
out. Fair.
oh!
Good
Right.
luck with that.
You've got a choice. You've got a choice here. Oh yeah, no, that's going to be a thing. What level is it? I don't know. I don't remember what level silence is. Let me double check. Because that may just go away entirely. Yeah, it's only level 2, so that goes away entirely.
Bear with me.
Depends what level he cast it at.
He's only
Bear
cast it at
with
level 2.
me.
You don't need to check anything. If you counterspelled it, if it's level 3 or
I
under, it
don't
goes
know
away.
if I can actually cast it. That's what I need to
Oh,
check.
you don't know if you have
Have you got
counterspell.
level 3?
No, I haven't taken it this time. So
Okay.
I don't have it.
Then you are hit by silence.
Okay.
Right, I'm happy to take that away as long as you don't keep this turning into an argument. If it is, you can walk
I
out the
say
door.
silent.
I turn to Lily and say, I can appreciate that you want specific answers, and I'm not saying that what you're asking isn't pertinent, but perhaps let the gentleman share the information that they have on the table to begin with, before second-guessing what they haven't yet tried to tell us.
And he drops the silence
I
spell.
remain silent.
He drops the silence spell.
If you wish to continue, gentlemen.
Right, yeah. Well, we're essentially trying to organise people. We need people like you who know how and specifically know when to fight. And we were trying to get you as part of the group we're organising. He's kind of looking at Lily a little bit funnily. He's not quite sure how to take her now.
Well, she's left, so.
Oh, you didn't say
Oh,
that.
has she?
Oh. Oh, okay, fair enough.
Oh.
Lily has walked out of the door. The door is currently locked.
Okay, then I stand in front of the door and I wait.
Okay. He continues with, well, let's be honest, we can't promise you anything other than long days of danger and stress, but, you know, that's a boon to me. It depends on whether you're all in. We need you to potentially fight. We need you to choose when, though. Pick your battles. Know when to keep your heads down and observe. We're trying to find out as much as we can. In exchange, we'll provide you whatever you want. Obviously, Leosin here provided you with everything you needed to get here. We're working together on this one. So, whatever you need, we'll do our best to provide.
We should be able to provide some help for you, too. We actually happen to know the name of who they are delivering those goods to.
Oh, yeah?
I believe. I'm going to nudge Toby.
Sorry, I missed that. What was that?
Do we know the name of the person that they are sending all these items to? And even the place where they're
I
sending
don't know
them
the
to?
name, but yeah, we'll get out the map and the note to say where stuff's been shipped to and place them on the table.
I'd like to do an insight check on them, please.
On who? The guys that are speaking?
Yeah.
Okay, Leosin, you know from before. He's the monk that was hanging with you guys before. You rescued him from the thing. As for the other guy, he seems to be perfectly honest. He's just obviously quite exhausted and quite boisterous. But yeah, they seem perfectly legitimate about this. As far as you can tell.
Okay.
So yeah, as I said, I'll get out the map and the note that came with it.
I don't think I've ever heard of that place. Neritar. Yeah, don't know of it. What about you? He looks to Leosin. I've heard the name, but I don't know what it is. But now that we have this, perhaps the Harpers will be able to discern whereabouts this would be.
Effectively, the only thing that we got from this is the fact that it looks like they're going to have to go to the... They're needing to find shipping from somewhere.
I see. In that
And if
case,
they're going
it
to
could
get
be...
shipping, the nearest place is going to be Baldur's Gate.
Yes, I believe Baldur's Gate is a good place to begin. I would actually suggest, at this point, Leosin continues, maybe taking the river rather than taking the roads. There's far less people to potentially investigate a river barge than there are to investigate a pack of horses. A herd of horses, even.
Okay.
But that is obviously your choice.
Effectively, from your point of information at the moment, you're aware the dragon cultists are doing acting. You have no lead as to why, but obviously, generally the concern is that it's not it's not in the best interest of most people up and down the Sword Coast that they're doing what they're doing. But to actually, and I will point at Lee, to kind of get to the point that she was trying to make, what other information do you have to bring to the table? Or is it at the moment simply you're at the beginning of collecting a group to try and understand this?
I see. That's basically what we know, yeah. That seems about that
Okay,
seems a good
so we are-
succinct way to go forward.
In the nicest possible sense, we are somewhat ahead of the curve.
Well, embarrassingly, it seems that way, yeah.
Okay. Do you know if the city guard has attempted to stop any of the carriages?
None of the carriages that we've been tracking have been going through any of the major cities, so they've not really had a chance.
Okay. Do any of the orders have contacts on any of the, not necessarily city patrols, but anything to do with any of the local baronies that may or may not have the authority to investigate?
Leosin stands up. We have people pretty much anywhere you could need people.
Well, then she does make a very good point. If at the moment we don't know what's in them, and the fact that they're not stopping provisions, perhaps that is one of the things to try and find out.
Oh, it's being done here for certain. We haven't been able to infiltrate the vast networks at Baldur's Gate yet, but we can certainly send people ahead to try and do so.
What do the rest of you think? And please, can someone allow Lily to speak, because she
Oh, I
does
can
have...
speak fine. I just don't really feel like there's much reason to say anything.
Okay.
Well, I don't want to be told I'm being accusatory.
Then perhaps don't be.
Look, we are potentially offering you here chances for those of you that aren't part of one of our networks to join our networks. We want you involved, and we're working together on this. It's unprecedented for any of the factions to be working together. So, Mia and Tobias, you are known. But Caliban and Lily, was it? And Corin, have you chosen factions? Are you taking up factions?
I've got a faction already, pal.
Does it
Same.
involve a platinum dragon?
No, that's my god. That's my faith.
I know, but a religion could be considered a faction of sorts.
Sure, I guess. But I've got a faction. It's not going to say I'm not going to help because, you know, I like killing dragons and I like killing dragon people and cultists. And it's a problem and it needs to be stopped. So, you know, I'm game for whatever plan we have.
Well, fair enough.
There you go.
Which, in brutal honesty, is very little other than go to Baldur's Gate and see what the hell is going down.
Yes, because apparently while we've been killing dragon eggs, they haven't done much at all.
Well, that's not necessarily true. We just didn't know what exactly we were looking for. We've stopped a fair few. We've recovered a load of gold and other objects, but we wanted to track them, not, you know, just destroy them all. They'll get nervous.
Do we know, do they operate out of this place, right?
Oh,
You reckon?
We know that there's a merchant in Baldur's Gate that we were going to go question that seems to know a few things. We believe he may be a fence. So we thought now
Right.
would be a potential, since you're already heading there, maybe this is your time to step up.
Well, when you say already headed there,
Well, you
we
did.
were headed here.
Oh, I
to
thought
meet
you.
with, and I'll point to the... And the suggestion was that because this map and their communication suggested water travel, that if we were looking upon this further, and I know Caliban is certainly interested in, the Baldur's Gate is the most logical step.
Well,
But we as a group hadn't discussed our next steps beyond getting here. Maybe that's something that we need time to go away and do now. and decide what the hell involvement we want in this, if any.
Well, obviously we're not going to make you, choose anything now. Please feel free. I'll be here again tomorrow. We'll need to move relatively quickly, but if you want to bed down for the night and talk it over amongst yourselves.
Does that make sense, everybody? A night's rest, clear head, and have a discussion in private?
Aye.
I think it's a good idea.
Sounds good to me.
Lily? One abstention.
Lily?
Well,
Ree?
gentlemen, if we meet tomorrow?
Well,
that was of the group in the
Oh.
room. Sean.
oh yeah, we'll be here. We'll be here. Leoson's going to do his sneaking off at night thing like he always does. I will be doing reconnaissance if that's what you mean. Yep, that. I'll be here. I got rooms here, so no worries. I can sort you all out with rooms here as well if you want.
I was about to say, if there is board here, it makes sense. We will discuss as a group, and then tomorrow, if we're in agreement, we'll come and speak to you again.
Sounds good. Well, I'll make sure to get rooms done for all of you for at least tonight. I'll get meals and drinks included, but don't go nuts with the ale, right? Or
Sounds
the
like
wine. He looks at Corin, who's dual
I will
wielding.
definitely not go nuts with the ale. I will definitely not go nuts with the ale.
I won't go nuts with the wine.
You are a picture of restraint, aren't you, when it comes to that sort of thing, Caliban?
Absolutely.
Not.
Oh, should we go get drinks at the bar then? Perhaps go upstairs later.
Aye.
That sounds like a sensible plan.
Mm-hmm.
In the morning, gents.
And that is where we will call it for the night.
Okay. I mean, okie dokie.
Yeah.
Cool.
Awesome. Rhea, are you still there?
I've only just realised I was muted for that last bit.
Oh.
Shit. I genuinely thought, oh my god, she's really sat in the background plotting all of our debt.
No, I did actually just turn around. I did say something during the end, so it was just like, okay. And then at the end, it was sort of like, yep, okay, we've got to leave now. And I went, they got to unlock the door first. And then I realised I was completely muted for all of that. I was just like,
No, seriously, from my point of view, I was trying to include you, and you were just silent. And I'm like,
Just the silent treatment.
He's going to murder us all in our sleep.
it's fine, it works. She's annoyed.
Okay. But yeah,
Fucking awesome.
that's where we'll call it for tonight. Thank you very
Yeah,
much,
we
party,
will
you wonderful
grab
people.
Drinks. We will then have a chat at some point before we get back to those.
Okay.
I'm ordering fucking top shelf wine, by the way. The
Yeah,
most
they
expensive.
basically have now given you an open bar, so...
Yeah, Corin's trying to work out which bottle he has to order to get the strippers.
Pretty much, yeah.
All of them.
Bottle service. All of the bottle service.
But yeah,
But yeah, so we're going to pick up... We'll pick up next week, obviously, with D&D. I'm going to be back here tomorrow at 9 PM with Skyrim, and it will be a dressing up stream. I will be back in my LARP gear, going medieval, and it is giveaway time. We will be giving away some subscriptions to the channel. We'll be giving away some Steam credits, so you can buy games and stuff on Steam. And as a thing that we can do in person, I'm going to be sending someone these lovely steampunk dice. They literally have clockwork on the box now, which I love. They're literally like my favourite dice, apart from my Elder dice, which I'm going to take a picture of later because they've just come after a long Kickstarter. But yes, much love to everybody. I hope to see you all tomorrow at 9, and Party, I hope to see you again next week.
We're level 7 now.
Bye.
You are level
Hey,
7
I
now.
just get to level up.
Level up.
Bye,
And I'm...
Yay!
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Bye.
love you,
Bye.
bye. Love you, bye.
Bye.